Hello. Hello, everyone.
We've done the
We're
thing
here to interrupt your music with this.
with red markets. We have a job to do. Well, the four of us have a job to do. You, as the market, get to judge judge harshly as
My,
we
jo-
as we
my
attempt
job here
this.
is still the same as in Blades. Wait until you say something, then say roll dice and tell you how your life gets more difficult.
Yeah,
Yep.
pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
yeah. You've conditioned me. I think this is now how it's supposed to be.
This is how games are played, right?
Yeah.
It just depends on which games you're playing. That's
Uh-huh. Yeah. So hey folks, High Show Collective. We're doing the thing. Nikki, back again. As we continue our journey on this job. Quick announcement on things though. Tonight will be this is our last game until after Gen Con, right? That's my
yes.
understanding.
Yep.
Okay,
It's definitely mine.
cool. Yeah. So hey folks, we're gonna take a break after this until after Gen Con. So like Gen Cons are gonna happen first weekend in August. So like basically we're gonna take July off and we're gonna go and like get ready for Gen Con and some real life stuff going down. Just taking care of us, right? And then we're going to be back after Gen Con to see how things are in the land of the lost. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. This will be great.
Nothing bad can happen while we're not there.
Everything bad can happen.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for Gen Con then.
Yeah. Oh my god. I'm so excited. I'm gonna get to like meet you in person. Like you're gonna be there. A bunch of people are gonna be there. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. Let's see here. So after tonight on Saturday, Mass Effect. Mass Effect is now a monthly game, once a month, happening this Saturday. So like show up. It's gonna be good. We got Ethan and myself and Taylor and Blair and I'm not sure who all is it. Sam? Is it
AC, Gavin, Matt. I think Matt's still there.
I see. I know Casey's running, obviously, right? And Gavin's going to be there, but it was like I'm a little iffy on like Matt and
I think
Sam.
it's Matt.
Like, they're all okay to be there, I think, but I don't know who all is going to be there, right? But either way, we're
gonna mystery guest.
We're gonna have a big crew. We're gonna do some stuff. So yeah, Saturday night is Mass Effect. And I think, gosh, this coming week is light, very light. I think the next big thing we've got really is rich randomness on the 5th, right after Independence Day. We're going to do some rich randomness. We're going to make some characters. We're going to do some session 0 live with Kratrina, your game that you're going to launch for the month of July. You're like the game we're running in July at this point.
No pressure though. I'm running Tales from the Loop for the month of July. With Rich, Mike S, my Mike, David will be there for a couple of games.
Yep.
Taylor will be there for a couple other games, and Lewis.
I played that for the first time yesterday.
How'd you like it? It's fun. I think it's fun.
It's pretty fun. I got to play a very inquisitive 13-year-old investigator who was like, I knew Slendermen existed. Was big on conspiracy theories. She was fun.
Yeah.
It's all fun and games. It's all fun and games too. You chuck 8 D6s at a table and don't succeed at all. And then the pain hits.
Yeah, that's working as intended. That's good.
Or you steal a Russian
10d6, no successes. Luck, 10d6, no successes again.
Yep.
See, that's Tails. That's Tails saying no.
Yep.
Find another way.
Gavin went through like 24 dice in a row, I think, one game.
Oh,
Still,
yeah. Gavin
nothing.
always had trouble. Yeah.
Gavin's like, I built my character to box, and yet every time I try to box,
it doesn't work.
He's got the skills. He's got the muscle. Just not clicking. Not connecting.
Yeah, so we're gonna play some kids different from the other kids, still in Boise, Idaho, but from a different neighborhood. And yeah, it's gonna be quite fun, I think.
Yeah, it should be lots of fun. And then the other game that we're doing in July, just to announce it, because this will be like our one Red Markets announcement before all this stuff goes down, is Savage Kingdoms of. Somebody say this word for me.
Oh, I think it's Dayar.
Thank you.
If I had to guess, I personally don't know.
Okay, cool.
That's my best guess.
Cool.
But the linguist gave it his best guess,
my
so we're gonna go with that.
My professional opinion.
Yeah, they are. All right, cool, sweet. Yeah, so Savage Kingdoms of Dayar is going to happen on the 17th, which is a Sunday. So
I think it's a monthly game as well.
Sweet. Oh, those are fun. Gives everybody lots of time to have life.
Yeah.
and then get to game. So yeah, I think those
understand.
are our announcements. Of course, Gen Con, right? We have our big games happening in Gen Con. We're all going to do a bunch of cool stuff together. And yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be really cool to be there. And I'm bringing the kids and stuff, so I'm super pumped for that. I think my oldest is going to freaking love the show. And yeah,
I bet he's gonna take one look at that city made out of magic cards and just lose it.
yeah,
Because I lose it a little bit every time I see that. So I'm
Yeah.
like, that's amazing.
yeah.
I
And
am-
he's gonna be like, I want to throw stuff at that. It's like they do it at the end.
Mhm. Yeah, you gotta wait till Sunday.
Yeah.
I am purposely not taking my child, and my husband is staying home.
Yep.
I am not a mom that weekend.
Yep. I've certainly done that. And support that approach, because it's a really fun show when you can just do whatever you want to do, for sure. Yeah, so I think that's it, right? Those are our announcements, right, guys? So we're at cooking.
So,
Mike, dude, we're like here, right?
Yes.
we like, I think last session we met Mr. Lemonade and it did not go well.
It would have went
Yeah.
fine.
Maybe
He was infected, so we had to take
Mhm.
care of the problem.
it would have been fine until we just started killing his family, because they were all casualties, and we just don't leave those around.
Look, he was taking care of me, mom, Peepaw, and his little sister Janice, and yeah, y'all just decided to come out and interrupt that just because Janice got a little bitey the other day.
I could have sworn cold bites, you had like just this weird indiscriminate amount of time, because I just remember Ronald's with a horror story of like, oh yeah, one time I just waited till my players were all around the campfire at night and then one of them just started turning, and I'm like, you are evil.
Yeah.
Because he got blight in his eye.
Oh yeah.
It was like
Oh,
even more random.
Was
like,
it 28 days later or 28 weeks later where they did that? Like just the one drop of blood in the dude's eye. It was
I think that's 28
brutal.
days later. Yeah.
It was brutal.
Yeah,
No, I think it's thematically appropriate for
It's a
my new
classic.
vector.
this whole
It's a
whole
classic.
conflict thing is great. That's good.
It's good.
Dr. Compound is not happy.
Yeah. Vector compound. You know what you could do, Mike? There needs to be an enclave where they have somehow like cattled vectors onto treadmills to power the city.
You act like that's not being tried somewhere.
There are absolutely people who have like those like the metal prong that there's like a post in the middle that has like a hinge to it and like prongs to go out, so like the ponies walk around in a circle kind of scenario. There's absolutely got to be some place where like they have casualties hooked up to that just kind of shamble along, turning the like electric generator or something like that.
The vectors on the treadmill just sounds like something the Meek would do, as like ascension, unlimited power.
They light up
1.21 gigawatts. It's like,
and they just do it so they can do like a Halo tournament over Xbox Live. Like they're the only ones that can do it because they're the only ones with enough.
They
wattage.
only play Infected. That's the only game mode they'll play.
Ship it.
Somewhere out there's an enclave that is utilizing casualties for power just for LAN parties.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
that is.
Oh my god.
Like, us nerds would have figured out a way. All right.
That's got to be like Portland area.
Yes.
Portland area, maybe Seattle area.
Oh,
There's
Pacific
a
Northwest
place.
for sure.
They're out there.
Yeah.
So yes. Let's talk about some Red Markets, game of economic horror with the zombie apocalypse game, and you still have to pay your rent. So that's the 10,000 foot view, whatever. But yes, we've been out here because we were hired again by Jed Jones to come out and do a job for him. He is demanding strict radio silence. Do not get on your Ubix if you are within 2 legs of the location. And last time we arrived at the location, which is an abandoned grain silo in St. Louis, where it has silos and then mechanisms for transporting this grain to load it into barges on the river.
It's
So
bad
last
that my
time,
only thought process right now is I want to make a phone call because I can't.
that's
Yep.
coming next. That's so yes,
Yeah.
you have made the walk from Eastern Oklahoma to St. Louis again to get here. You have arrived at this location. It is a big grain silo. It is not nearly as large as what there is in Elevation. Enid has some of the largest ones in the world. Um, but one of the immediate things that you will notice when you get here is that like the fence that was here is clearly not something that was ever built to repel casualties, and it is mostly in disrepair. The entire grounds here are heavily overgrown. Um, there is access for semis, and there's like a semi docking space. Then there's the grain elevators, and there are railroad lines, and then there's the system for transporting grain out through like this sort of like when you see people pouring concrete almost, um, so that they could load it into a barge, right?
So it's like
the
a
tube that
long
swings
conveyor
out.
belt thing,
It's
boom
a
or something.
contained tube,
Mm.
so that it's not going to like spill off the sides or anything like that. Um, but like it's on like a big arm, and it kind of like
Cool.
loads out, so it can drop in through the top of the barges, kind of deal.
That's neat.
Um, so yes, one of the first things that will end up occurring to you here is that this is definitely going to end up being a multi-day job. Uh, and that there are a number of things that are going to end up having to happen. We're going to need to clean the site, like the exterior area here, and repair the fence. We'll need to upgrade the fence to keep the casualties out. And you're going to need to clean out silos so that they are safe to be loading Jed Jones and the other people from Elevation's grain into. So in spending a bit of time looking around this area and glossing past the casualties that are on site that you've had to kill in the process of like just moving around here a little bit that were here. The interior of the silos, in order to clean them, Dr. Compound was hired specifically because she's going to be someone who can answer these kind of questions. It will become quite obvious to you that there are 12 silos here. You're going to need to have at least 6 of them clean, and in order to do that, you're going to need like several 55-gallon drums of industrial cleansers to do it.
I can make that. Probably.
White vinegar, right?
Yeah.
Just went to white vinegar.
Just
That's white vinegar kills blight. That's
Hey,
white vinegar and Sunny D.
You got that. You got that like mosquito sprayer that the guy has. He's just like hand
Mhm.
pumping it.
It's the anti-blight spray.
Yeah.
for the
It has a
entire
citrus
grain
scent.
silo.
Yeah. Yeah. You're just on like a little dinky rope, right? Like 100
We
feet
need a
in
whole
the air.
bunch of OxyClean out here right now.
I have magic erasers. We got
Yes.
this.
Tide pens all day.
all day long.
Mike, what?
I have
This
a
is gonna
couple
take
of
a while.
questions. I have a
This is
couple-
Ronaldus' fault. Don't put that on Mike.
Yeah,
Ronaldo.
and he has said of the jobs in the book, like some of them are more dastardly than others, but this one is his favorite.
Great. That's good to know. Some questions that come to mind immediately.
Mhm.
How close are we to we're fairly close to the river, I'd assume, right? Because you said barges.
Yeah, because okay, from west to east, right? You approach it from the west. Railroad
Mhm.
lines come in, fence. There's actually space inside the fence that's like all overgrown. Then you can see there's the loading docks for semis. Behind that, you get all the grain silos. And if you go around there, there's what's called a head house, which is where all the mechanical stuff goes on,
Mhm.
and where they control that mechanism for like dropping stuff into barges. And then that's where the river is. That's the Mississippi. On the south side of the complex, there's also an administration building, like business offices and stuff like that, that are part of the corporate operation here.
And what is across the river right here? what can see this area? Like, is it like parking lot people, or is it like the actual like
DHQS.
DHQS? Like, what is like?
I don't think there's any free parking can't see directly to here. Like there's enough
Mhm.
wall built up on the far shore where it's not like megalithic 20-foot wall, but like there's a wall on the far side, and then a ways back there's probably a free parking camp. But there is wall on like kind of like the top level on the far side of the river here. Maybe in the distance, like off in to the south, by where the actual bridges cross the Mississippi, what's left of most of them, because they only left a couple intact. And those are like mined and watched by snipers. Down that way, you can see like helicopters that like go up and down.
Okay. So I was a bit concerned that, you know, we could be sniped from there to here. Doesn't look like so much of a thing. And we know that they're gonna eventually move grain here. And this is just Martha talking out loud. But what's the final play? Because they don't take anything from over here. And it's quite obvious that they're moving something to here.
They'd probably take it under the table if they needed it. So I don't really associate DHQS with ethics, you know.
Yeah,
So.
DHQS, you know, known for their extensive ethics and definitely not being taking under the table bribes.
That's okay. Yeah, that's true.
But I mean, gosh, you do raise a point that we're pretty far away from elevations, power, the gun hands, all that stuff. I mean, this is all a big risk play, unless they've already got a buyer sorted.
I mean, we could verify, but they're gonna get pissy if we call them.
And it's also none of our business, I'm sure, is what Jed would tell us if we even did, right?
He'd probably have some choice words for us if we start asking those sorts of questions.
I mean, I don't know. All I know is it's going to take a lot of work and effort to get this thing cleaned out. So whatever it is, it has to be worth it because we're getting a lot up for it.
Yeah.
And we're gonna need to kind of figure out what sort of supplies we need, and then either figure out how to make those or get Jed to give them to us.
With the water, we can distill it easily enough. It just takes some time, and then we just add. I'm sure there's somewhere around here. There's some type of cleaning agent, or I can mix something up together to combine, and once mixed with the water, it'll be able to be used as a cleaning disinfectant of sorts.
Okay. I also want to say that I don't know if I actually did say it when we were doing negotiation stuff or not, that if there was stuff that was necessary for the job, Jed can get stuff.
Okay. Good.
Well, I need this list of chemicals here
Yeah.
in 50-gallon barrels delivered post haste.
Yep.
Now, this list is the list for cleaning out the silos, and this is the list for the meth operation we're going to start.
Yes.
Just put both of these lists.
Yep.
No, they're all for the silos. Don't ask questions. Why I need everything.
That's right. I just
We're
need
cleaning
one
out 7
Winnebago.
silos. 6 are for them. 1 is for reasons. Yeah.
That
You
one's
just need
condemned.
28 packs of Sudafed.
Yeah.
You may have to send 28 different people to purchase that.
That's
Sudafed.
right. Even now,
Yeah,
they
Even
still,
at the law.
they're like, we know better. 1 pack per person.
I ran into that on accident one time. I was just like buying cold medicine. I was like, I guess I'll stock up. And they're like, you can't buy that many. And I'm like, okay. That's
You're
like,
right. I cannot. I completely forgot.
I mean, I didn't know what the limit was. I just like no stuffy and running. I was like, yeah, okay, I'll put it back.
Is there anything on site? Like, can we look around?
You can look around the area. Yeah, I mean, there's
the head house, which has a bunch of, it's a mostly mechanical building. It controls the stuff for the grain silos and like moving grain around through the system.
Mhm.
Um, there are the grain silos themselves. There's the semi station. There are the business offices, and then there's like the grain conveyor and barge loading station. If you want to actually get into one of those buildings, you can, because that's like sorry, like get into specific sifting through stuff and looking at what's there and stuff. Um,
Um,
yeah, go ahead.
I was going to ask, the rail lines coming in, is all
Mhm.
of that pretty well sorted, or is that something we're also going to have to address?
Yeah, that's all in working condition.
Okay.
Because you've been out here and tagged this location for him before, with like the little scanner thing way back when. Because you came out here, you scanned the location, and then like you got the pop-up message for like, come to eat right. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, I can scavenge the place and see what we can find. See if I find any supplies that'll be useful.
Yeah.
Because I'd rather not walk 2 legs away to go make a phone call and then walk 2 legs back. Just for said phone call.
Yeah.
May I scavenge?
yes. Where would you like to go?
Um,
Just kind of outside? Do you want to like go into one of the buildings? Do you want?
I think I would want to go into a building that looks like it would have been used for storage for keeping things clean prior. Like the most likely place to hold what would it be needed. Because I'm sure they kept it clean and sanitized
Okay.
in some way.
Yeah, I mean there should be something like the silos is mostly like the silos.
Mhm.
And then the head house kind of has like a lot of the controlling silos and doing stuff on site, stuff like that. So like the head house might actually be
Yeah,
where you would find something like that.
I'll do the head house then.
Okay.
Uh, we're all sticking together,
Okay.
Yeah.
because I assume before she actually like starts poking around too much, let's like check it and making sure there's no like room full of casualties.
I will say Dr. Compound is probably like directly in work mode. Like she's not even thinking about that. And because she's irritated, she probably would even more so go into straight into work mode because that would be like, I can do this, I can pay attention to this, I don't have to focus on anybody else. So she probably would be oblivious to if there was anything.
Then I think Longbow will try and be anticipating anything that could come up while she is head down getting work done. So ready, ready to step in and help.
Okay.
11/3.
11/3. You probably, I don't know that you end up finding enough stuff that's going to like clean one of the silos out or anything like that. I think you do end up finding a space with records for like where on site there is enough stuff that could be used to like patch up and repair the fences and like start patching up and repairing the fences is one task, and reinforcing the fences so that when a horde of casualties like presses up against them they don't collapse is another task.
Mhm.
But there's a place on site where you're like, oh, if we go here, there's materials that would be what we need for both of those.
Okay.
Um,
I'll bring that up
Lo-
to everybody.
Cool. Longbow, can you make an awareness check for me?
Oh, sure.
The random out of nowhere awareness check.
Yeah,
For absolutely no reason.
cool. I make it. That is
Okay.
a 6/3.
Okay. Yeah, so you're like kind of like, covering doors and corners. That's where they get you kind of. And I
Doors
think
and
as you're
corners.
like kind of like, yeah,
Gotta go
you kind
slow.
of like peek your head through here and like from one of the directions, and like stuff in here is echoing because it's like pretty well abandoned. you do hear like multiple things move rapidly.
Oh shit. Can I shut the door?
It's farther down the hallway. Like you're probably like in a fair like an office space kind of thing here that like overlooks where like the pipe unit goes out to like where you would park the barge out front, and like you kind of have that view of there, and then there's like a hallway behind it, and that goes off to like other areas here in the head house, and like it's down one of that hallways. Yeah, you hear it.
I'm gonna like I'm gonna flag for Mirtha, and then, like he's gonna raise his gun up and just like get ready to shoot whatever comes down the hallway.
Okay.
I'll settle up to longbow and pull my bow. What do I hear, or what is going on? What do I hear? What do I see?
Stuff in here. This is really cool.
We're definitely protecting Dr. Compound, like just
Right? Yeah, just
us
trying
in between, or me at least in between whatever and Dr.
Yeah.
Compound.
Yeah, and like Longbow's doing one of these. Like...
I think that end of the hallway is pretty dark, and you hear what sounds like a tussle, like things like shoving, and then like you can kind of see something come like rolling out into the hall that smacks the wall and like cracks the window, and then like there's like light coming in from behind that's backlit, and you see something that's like kind of like hunched over and like kind of like real skinny, like charges
It's
back
Golem?
into like the room that it like get rolled out of. Yeah, pretty much. And like makes a like hissing noise as it like charges back into that room, and you hear
I'm
more
gonna say
tussle.
something.
Well, Longbow kind of looks at Mirtha. Did you see that?
Yeah. I'm gonna look at Longbow. I'm gonna take a few steps forward and kind of hello?
You hear all the motion sounds down there stop.
Okay, well, it's not a vector.
Who am I
Hello?
talking to?
You hear a little bit like another little swipe of motion, and then like a little crunch and like a squelch, like wet noise. Like, yeah.
Whoever was
Um,
who they were fighting over a meal, and one of them got it.
Yeah, I'll look back to Longbow so we can signal for Deacon, because this
Yeah,
is quickly turning into a potential Deacon situation,
wave Deacon over.
not the shooter situation. The shooters.
What?
Talkie,
What are
talkie hand motion.
Is that our signal for Deacon?
talkie hand?
Your talkie
Talkie.
hand motion is also the same as your bite motion, so I just want you to be aware.
It's this one. This is bite, and this is talkie.
Yeah.
Well, they're
Sock
both the
puppet.
same, but it depends on which sock puppet you're wearing at the time.
Yeah, Deacon will walk over and be like, what are y'all?
There's something over there. She said hi and it stopped moving. I don't know what's going on. I'm just kidding.
What it look like?
Have you ever heard of Lord of the Rings?
Oh yeah, them's is good.
Yeah, the Golem, Smeagol.
Oh. What?
That's what it looked. That's what it
you
looked
hear
like.
a couple like sort of screeching noises, and then like a lot of like thumping, and then like
How-
I don't know.
a
Guys.
lot of
This is-
stuff.
I don't know
like,
if that sounds like a
in-
Schmeagle.
contact. Yeah.
I think at this
D-
point,
do I need a-
Compound starts paying
Would
attention.
you like
Do I
me
need to
go?
punch it or to like talk to it? Like what's the
I don't know what it is.
Okay, well,
Do you want me to go?
Major Astro protect me. I got it. And I guess
Thank you.
I'll just start. Y'all back me up though. Come on.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'll start heading in there and try to find this thing. I guess I'm gonna try to like sneak up on it a little bit. I don't know. Like I don't
Okay.
want to just roll up on it, but just kind of slowly make my way in there.
You can roll stealth for me.
Oh, okay. And mark a ration, I'm sure.
Yes.
My stealth is 3. That's new. That's fun. Ha! Nice. 4/2.
Yeah, it's fast. All right.
Adding 3 to things is harder than adding 2 to things. I just found.
Math hard.
Numbers. Sorry, my headphones just went real weird on me for a second.
You having an audio issue? Never.
I know, right?
Would never believe.
I think I'm okay. Sorry about that. Yes, so you sneak up, you kind of make your way forward. As you kind of like you back up against the wall, you kind of like lean around the doorway. There's a little bit of light coming in from this window that just broke out here. And what you see in there is multiple, let's call them humanoid, fairly small, emaciated, incredibly pale figures. Probably some tattered clothes on, like wrestling over what looks like they're wrestling over like 2 chunks of something that's furry, and then like at some point you realize one of them grabs it and it has like the tail of a rat. But there are 4 of them in there.
Do they have like blight markings, or are they just like little feral children?
Give me an awareness check.
Okay. I'm just like, are we dealing with a raised by wolves kind of scenario, or are we dealing with a like
Raised by themselves situation?
Yeah. What is awareness to? 9/1.
Okay. They're filthy. Like they just have like just dirt and just everything all over themselves. But like
Okay.
you kind of watch for a second and you do kind of see that like it's dirt. Like you don't see that like the spider webbing of veins kind of deal that you would see on like a latent or a vector.
Are they like kid size, like adult? Like what is the?
Yeah, they're the biggest one would maybe be like a 10-year-old.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, Deacon will turn around and say, "Hey, I don't think these are infected. They're like little feral children's or something,
Well, all
like
right,
raised
I
by
think
wolves."
they will like you hear the
Unless-
noise of the room stop.
Yeah.
And you hear like skittering around in there.
Hey, what y'all doing in there? Y'all speak English, or you like feral? Well, you can't answer that if you're feral. I don't really know how to approach this, y'all. To be honest.
Yeah, I think you hear like a weird throaty noise that's definitely not words. And you hear a lot of like scuttling noises and like kind of like when you have a piece of metal and like you kind of press on it, kind of makes that like ding type, bonk type, like it flexed and like goes back into position type noise. You hear a lot of that.
Oh shit! They're in the vents.
Okay, Longbow. It's okay. Calm down. It's okay. It's okay. It's not Nom. We're okay.
I think that Dr. Compound mutters under her breath when it says, I don't think when you made the comment of they're not infected, I'm like, oh, that stops you from shooting these ones.
Yeah.
Just under her breath.
I don't shoot infected. Or I don't shoot non-infected. Come on.
Yeah. I'll like peek
I'm
back in.
gonna-
Did they like bug out?
You
Just not
catch it
there
as
anymore?
like there's a couple different places where there's like vents in the room, and you do see like one skinny little foot as it like zips into one of them.
They are in the vents.
Okay. Well, okay. One, they're in the vents.
Here.
That's a fun thing to say. 2, it's definitely not sanitary.
Look.
Like, I don't know if it's dangerous, but it's not sanitary, right?
Hey, just, hey man. Tell you what, and Longbow is gonna take out 4 rations. Just put that back in that room.
Okay.
Just put
Yeah.
these in there.
Are these nutty buddies, or like what do we got?
Yeah, they're gonna be like 2 granola bars, individually wrapped, and then like one of those like Ziploc bags is like got a little hole in it, right? And it's full of like sunflower seeds and melted chocolate. Like the chocolate's long since melted all over the sunflower seeds. You just kind of scoop it out of there, right?
Yeah.
And then
Some
the last
big
thing,
block, you just break some off.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then the last thing is like probably some hardtack that we got from elevation. It's just like it'll get you there.
Yeah, Deacon just could be like, all right, I'm gonna put some food in here. You can don't fight over it or anything. Should be enough. I reckon. I don't know. I'll just step into the room and kind of like gently put it down. Back away slowly.
I think you will see one of them like poke a head out of a vent. Like kind of like there's like a big like one of those big like metal office desks. It's like gray metal with like the Formica type top kind of thing. In the middle of the room, and it like can kind of like come out and keep that like between the two of you to like come over and like grab like one of the granola bars and like back up and like head back towards that.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. We got a full Mowgli situation here. Code Tarzan. All right. I'm look, I'm talking a lot. It's because I genuinely don't know what to do about this.
I will stow my bow and arrows and come up to Deacon, slowly but like obviously.
Right. They might give me like tetanus or something. Or rabies, but not the blight. Doesn't seem like. But
okay.
People can't give you tetanus. Metal can, but rabies.
Hepatitis C.
That one is
They can definitely give you that one.
possible, I suppose.
Or B. I don't know.
One of the
K.
hepatitis.
Yeah.
Hepatitis. We're on K now. We're on
Hepatitis Z
hepatitis K.
is a possibility.
They have it. There's a new form of hepatitis coming out.
New hepatitis dropped. Let's
Yep.
go.
Yep.
You know, we get a new variant every couple of months now. And
Yep. This one is tied to COVID. It's like,
wow.
yeah, kids are getting hep like 3 to 6 months after having recovered from COVID.
Oh wait, this is real life.
This is real life. Yeah, in real
Oh,
life.
I thought we were talking about the game. And
Sorry, no, I'm
No.
sorry. I switched gears on you guys because like hep is like that's what my wife used to study is hep. She was like dropping knowledge on me the other day. So here you go, new hep, everybody.
Thanks.
yay!
Keep it.
Only
Uh,
affects
COVID.
Yep. All right, so yeah, these hep infested feral children.
And
Potential.
I'm gonna like squeeze Deacon's arm and kind of go past him into this room.
Mhm.
Carefully, quietly. I'm gonna sit down near where we put the food. And then I'm gonna wait and let them be curious. Just about me just chilling here. I'll probably like take some of the food and hold it in my hand. Maybe mimic eating it. But I'm just gonna patiently sit here and wait.
When they come
Martha.
nearby, you're gonna say sit, and if they do it, you give them yeah, that's
I mean,
If it works.
yeah, if it
works
works
for the
we're
puppy,
just-
works for kids.
Yeah.
All the same thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
do you
Bit of
have
that.
sensitivity?
Yes, I do.
Can you roll that for me?
I would love to roll that for you, Mike. Oh, those are 2 2s, my friend. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Well, that is
So great time to find out that they all speak perfect English and will communicate with you readily.
Hey, we're just fooling around.
well, it's not a game with clocks, but there's a clock on. Like, you can do ABC things to try to, build a rapport with the feral children, and giving them rations. That was one. So we'll check that off the clock. This is a critical success. So we'll check 2 off the clock. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
Clocks.
Got you, Ronaldo's.
I think there's
Miss you,
a couple of
clocks.
them that like kind of peek back into the room and then like kind of like get a little more curious about like the food that's up there, and they kind of like they don't take off before trying to eat it now. They like kind of like take the bag of like melted gorp and they're like
Yep.
while they're like kind of like watching you like sit there.
I'll mimic eating something as well, and then just kind of wave. I am going to carefully pull my bag to like my front and sit it in my lap. And
There's definitely like when it like you start like rustling it, they kind of like
Yeah.
back to the corners. Yeah.
I grab probably just a couple of like soft toys that I have that were probably pucks and are just in my pack. And then kind of just hold them out, and they're probably, you know, to like attract a kid's attention, they're probably like shiny or metallic or, you know, something like that. That's how kids work, right? You get them with shiny metallic things. That's children.
Keys.
Shiny,
Yeah,
metallic, shaky, glittery, noisy things.
Wasn't sure if that was like pets or kids. So
Yes.
Yes.
all of the above.
Yep.
I think
Children are
one
very
of-
much like dogs for a very long time.
One of them that does have probably like a little bit more intact clothing will come up and kind of like look at the stuff. If you like set it there on like this big abandoned metal desk that probably dates back to the 70s. They'll kind of like look around at it, and they'll like kind of like they'll reach towards it while checking that you're not like coming for them for like doing it. And then they'll like they'll reach back and they'll put a hand on one and pull it towards them, and then they put something on the counter and push it towards you, and it is like part of a teddy bear that's like missing most of the head, and it's just matted fur. Like, here, exchange.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I will.
take this one now. We
Oh,
are
God.
even. Like,
Even the feral children understand capitalism
Yeah.
is dystopia.
So
they're
I
like,
will.
I'm getting one over on this sucker.
Yeah.
this toy still has a head. Even better.
So I'll quietly say thank you as I kind of pull it back. And how old is this? How old do I assume this child is?
This one, it's hard to gauge because they're real thin
Dirty.
and all that kind of stuff and filthy. This one's probably closer to 8.
Okay, we're gonna start doing the like Jingle stuff and like Mirtha, like, you know, the trying to form communication with them in some way. And yeah.
I think you get like a throaty type response and out of it, but like there are no words.
Okay.
None of them seem to have words to use. And they all start to kind of like back farther up to safety again. So to throw the meta at everyone, there is still one tick on this clock, and somebody here has already done something to advance it. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's this game again.
Yes, it's the one
where
and
we can
done
only
game
do
combined
one
with the ticks on
thing.
a clock. Yeah.
Yes. All right.
Ooh, I have an idea. Or I've already done my thing.
You haven't done anything to try to like establish a functional relationship with the children here.
All right. I will open up the first aid kit. And I will like pull out a bandage, right? And like set it out and see, like basically offer up to like tend to one of them if any of them are hurt. Like try and make it clear that I'm trying to like offer to help in a way. Like I'll put out like a bandage and like a thing of ointment or something like that. You know, like, hey, I can help you a little bit medically. See if any of them catch the drift of like.
So do you have sensitivity or leadership?
I have deception.
Not as much help here. Yeah.
Nope. I don't have those skills. So I was hoping to use first aid because I do have that skill.
I could research them something. I can make something out of chemicals for them.
Have I technically rolled something? Because I have lots of this applicable skills. Longbow gave me rations to put in the room.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yes.
So
Then
okay. I've
Rations were
sensitivity.
used to establish a relationship, but like that's a little bit fungible across boundaries. Yeah. What is Deacon?
Also, could I get a will?
Yes.
Thank you.
I got sensitivity, persuasion,
Sensitivity. Yeah, sensitivity and leadership were the ones that were specifically called out.
Oh, I also
Stuff
have
was
leadership
fun.
if it needs to be a different one because I think Mirtha used
I
sensitivity.
use sensitivity. Yeah.
Okay, I'll just do leadership. 5/2 leadership.
Okay. What does he leadership them as? What does it look like when he does
It's
that?
just I think Deacon's just like, hold on. All right, now y'all, it's real messy in here. It's dangerous. Like, I think that's a pile of needles over in the corner. Like, if you just come
needles,
with
what?
us, if you come with us out of this place, there's a place that's less like this, like out that way. Better. I'll start and just do the little march, kind of
Pied
like
Piper
very
in this
exaggerated.
situation.
Yeah, Pied Piper in it. Yeah. Except I'm
think they
not going to lead
do
them to the river to drown them. That is not
kind of
how-
follow, but like amongst themselves, there's a little bit of like motioning that's going on, where like they're kind of like
an Oreo. I'll
like
hold
touching,
it like a talisman.
like grabbing each other on the shoulder, and like kind of like get one another's attention, point the direction that you're going, and then be like,
They're like, look at this jackass over here.
no, that's the direction where the things are. They can
Ah.
find you. Like there's a reason they hide the vents. But you have established a rapport with them. Congratulations. So now, yeah, a bonus question for like how do we clean this place out and try to get home is what do we do with 4 kids?
I mean, it looks like they need to, not to put too fine a point, it looks like they need to start eating right because they're pretty skinny. So it seems like a place.
They also know the lay of this place. So they might be able to help
Very
us
likely.
avoid some problems because they've been living here for long enough.
Oh, they pointed in a direction, and that's where scary things were.
They just mean outside in general, or
Yeah, did we catch
Oh.
that? I mean, Longbow didn't because he's dismissive and doesn't have sensitivity, but somebody in the group caught where these things, the biters are.
I mean, really, the Dr. Goff found it.
I don't know if she would actually notice it. Because I don't have sensitivity either.
Well, it's not sensitivity is more of the building a social connection with them, like noticing that they were communicating something about like, oh, the outside is dangerous and this is where they're leading us. Like that's just observation.
Okay. Yeah, they don't trust the outdoors.
That you know that's fair.
Mhm.
Like, but they sure can't stay here. There's going to be a lot of people coming and going pretty soon, probably. So,
Yeah. Can we at least lead them into like the first part of this area, like of this office, or just to a place that might be slightly cleaner in here?
Yeah. I mean, and now that you bring them back in here, you do notice that like, oh, there's like desks with chairs piled on top, and like as you look up, it's like, oh, there's a vent that was torn off there. Like they've been in here. Obviously, they crawl around in the vents.
Okay.
Is there a like? Do they seem nervous inside this
they
building?
still seem they don't seem super nervous about the buildings. Like they are
Okay.
still tentative about y'all.
Okay.
So
I think Longbow is gonna go back to looking around at this point.
Yeah,
They're no longer a threat, and they are no longer terrified of us. And probably having all 4 of us around is probably not helping. Right? And Longbow's can't help these people, so he's gonna.
Do
programs.
you and Dr. Compound want to keep looking around for the stuff we need to clean the area
Sure.
for the
Oh,
moment?
I found what we need to build the fences and to stabilize the fences. I've yet to find any actual chemicals that would be useful, though.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take a look around. Any locked doors that I can criminality my way through, Michael, in this building of potentially useful things?
In this building of potentially useful things, probably there's something here. Yeah. There's also like the administrative building that had like, as you walked by, like the signs for like, hey, section A entrance for, HR and payroll, and this part for accounting, and this part for like, ordering
Yeah.
and procurement or something. Like that admin building is like, if there's a chance to find like just straight up bounty around kind of deal,
Sure.
like that building's where that's going to be.
I do want to get there. I was hoping to get like
Yeah.
one more peek through this place with a different skill, just to see if we could get a couple more resources
Yeah.
before we move on. If
I
not,
think
then I'm happy to move on.
no. So I think you can. I think the thing that I was going to throw in was that the kids do like basically like one of them like kind of like grabs what's left of the rations that were there, and like they kind of all like scurry up one of those things into one of the vents. They kind of like they probably leave something else behind. It's like, oh, fair trade with people that we know and understand now. Like, but like they kind of go off on their own way. They're not in immediate situation that needs to be resolved, but like, yeah, there's kids on site here, and y'all are gonna have to think about what to do with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, but there are other offices here in this building that you can take a look around in.
I will try and pick a lock to a door that might have something cool behind it. That is just on the die, 4/3.
Okay. Yeah, like the opposite end of that hallway, there's probably like the manager office for like branch manager, whatever whoever would be kind of running operations here for like bringing grain in and like loading grain into barges and like kind of like day-to-day operations. That's not business stuff, right? I think in that office there's probably a long dead corpse still in there.
Okay.
Most of the office is probably in okay shape. But like there is like a vent that's open. Like the kids have been in and out of here. You can see like dirty handprints on the walls and stuff like that.
Ooh. Okay.
Just because they're dirty, they move around, they touch stuff, right? Like that's
Sure.
I think inside his desk drawers, you'll probably find like a revolver and like a hip flask.
Is a revolver loaded?
It has one shell in it.
All right. It says one charge basically.
Or one spent shell.
Oh yeah.
Well, it has one live round.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be the first time we've
That's
come across
true,
that?
that's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. So a revolver and a flask. Uncork that. Is there still something in there?
Yes, it smells vaguely of rubbing alcohol and also heavily of like apple and cinnamon.
Cool. Cool. Recork that one. Hand that to Dr. Compound when I see her next, because I'm sure that she'll use that for her experiments.
Definitely something to inject into someone.
Ooh,
Yeah.
in this office, is there anything like kind of shiny or cool besides this flask? Actually, you know what? No, I don't think Longbow cares. I'm gonna go to one of the vents and
Mhm.
like lightly tap on the vent.
I think you hear scurrying noises from
And he'll back
farther
away.
down that vent.
Yeah, he'll back away until hopefully one of them shows up.
You get one that like kind of like peeks through, like they don't like
Yep.
poke all
Yep.
the way out. They're like still
That's
back
fine.
away.
It's fine.
They
It's
can
fine. It's
see.
fine.
They have line of
He's
sight.
gonna hold up the flask.
Mhm.
And then he's gonna set it on the desk, and then he's gonna pull out an ID card, a bounty,
Mhm.
and he's gonna wave it, and then put that back in his pocket.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if they'll bring me a bounty for my shiny flask.
I'm gonna bribe the children with moonshine to bring me cards.
Could I get a will for my dismissiveness?
Sure.
Going beyond the fact that these, are children in a very difficult situation, just being like, what can they bring me?
They will
No.
trade, and I do want bounty. And Longbow's alone.
I love that I got a will for caretaker and you got a will for dismissive for the same children. Two sides of that coin we are, dude.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna work out. But I should have mentioned this. I have persuasion. I could have rolled persuasion earlier. Can I roll persuasion now to see if they'll bring me a bounty?
I don't think it's persuasion to bring you a bounty.
Okay.
It might be leadership to try to convince them to bring you a bounty.
Fair enough. All right. That's fair. All right. It probably doesn't work out then because I don't have any leadership. All right. Well,
Feed the children. Turn them into your tiny army.
then if there's anything else of interest in here that I think that they would like, I'll just set it out for them. But doesn't seem like, a revolver is super not okay for them to have. And then the flask, I'll just give that to Dr. Compound then.
Okay.
Yeah, chemicals.
Yeah.
She sniffs it.
Yeah, it's like, look,
She does the wafts thing.
yeah, I've found this in a desk.
Scribble cat.
It's ripe. That's what I'll say there.
Smells like.
It is someone's 5-year-old apple pie moonshine.
Oof.
Old Smoky?
That is gonna burn going into somebody.
And
Whether
out.
by a mouth or injection, I don't know yet.
Yeah.
Apple pie moonshine. Why?
So I think we
What kind of
leave
question is that?
the kids
It's
for
spoken
now.
like someone who hasn't had apple pie moonshine. That's why.
They seem pretty insulated here. And it doesn't seem like we really need anything from here at the moment. And it looks like they're afraid to go outside, which is sensible. So we may not have to worry about them getting out or coming out.
Okay.
But we're gonna want to get them someplace safe, right? Like to eat right or something. This is
What
no
if-
way to live. They're not gonna.
What if we use them as like little children feral guards?
I
What do you
think
mean?
that one over there's 8. I mean, he might be scrappy, but I don't know if he's that scrappy.
Like they know their way around here. They would know where things could hide. They would notice things the fastest. Just build some sort of communication ability just to notify whomever that, hey, incoming. And
I'll have him keep okay. That
yeah.
yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
Longbow's
like
like
alert
just
dogs,
an
but
eyebrow to the
kids.
others.
They're like feral child soldiers. Like
Yeah.
More like feral child alert dogs that
Like
bark at the mailman.
Kind of like coon hounds, like a squirrel dog kind of deal. Like
I
they
don't
find
know.
them and they
I
bring
think,
them.
I'm saying if they aren't going to go with us, is all I'm saying. If they refuse to leave and they feel safer here, make a compromise, figure a way to let them stay here while still being not in the way of the people who are going to be here. So
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that. I think I'm willing to kick this can down the road for a moment since the kids seem to be staying in here so that we can find the chemicals that we need to clean this place out. Because you already found information about the fence and stuff we could get, but like the chemicals are definitely like the cleaning is going to take some time, right?
unfortunately, yeah.
So if the kids seem like they're not going to leave here, and then like we can monitor like they're coming and going, if they do, then like I said, Martha's willing to kick that can down the road for just a little bit of time.
Dr. Combat, do you have foresight?
I have
Can you roll
one
that for me?
foresight.
Perfect. Plus water, it can't be done.
Nope, that's 5/8.
Okay. Okay. No, that's fine. That's everything's good. Everything's good. Yeah.
I believe you for some reason.
I'm going to
You could spend a roll to flip them too if you really want to spend a roll.
I mean, that sure. Then it'd be 9/4.
Yep. Okay. The kinds of stuff that you need to clean this place, they're the kinds of stuff for like fixing this place in the state that it's in. It's not the kind of stuff that would have been here as general maintenance. Right? Like this is stuff where like it's not like if I mop my floor every day, I use mopping slime. If the house has fallen into disrepair and I need to just expunge all the mold that's in it, I don't use mop and glock. Like I need
You don't know my life.
I need something more specific.
I think you're underestimating the power of Pine Sol, Mike. Or Fabuloso.
Fabuloso.
That can
Look,
clean
Windex
it.
fixes everything. That's
Yeah.
If you mix bleach with something, it becomes more powerful.
So,
it's
Or
which
becomes
Dr. Compound
chlorine
has
glass.
demonstrated to us. Yeah.
so real quick, just so I get my notes right, the jobs that we have to do: repair the
Mhm.
fence, reinforce the fence, clean the silos. Anything
Yes. Fix the mechanisms in the head house.
Oh, where the
Okay.
kids are.
Which is for like the machine to like, run the actual motors to send stuff through the
I
piping and stuff.
think we can split up a little bit to cover a couple of these because I think only how many people have mechanics?
I don't.
I have mechanics. Okay, so that sounds like that's Deacon's job. He might just go start working on that. If it's fixing machinery, right? Unless that's
Yeah,
something
so
different.
how it works out is like cleaning up the site and repairing the fence is a day's worth of work. Upgrading the fence to keep casualties out is a day's worth of work, but you can't do it until you've cleaned up and repaired the fence. Cleaning 6 silos is 3 days worth of work. And fixing the mechanisms in the head house is a day's worth of work. So it is 1 ration per day and 1 ration for each thing that gets accomplished. So cleaning up the site, fixing the mechanisms in the head house is a ration for the day and a ration for accomplishing the job. Cleaning
For the
out
person that did it, not
for the
for
person who
all of
does
us.
it, yeah.
Okay.
Cleaning out a silo is a ration for the day, a ration for cleaning out a silo. You can get through 2 of those a day, which would be 3 rations for the day. If you have the collaborators.
So, would it be possible? Because it sounds like the easiest way to get chemicals once we have a list is to just get Jed Jones to bring us chemicals. Right? It doesn't seem like we're just gonna happen upon them. So have somebody go contact him to get that on the way while we do the other stuff, because it's going to take us a few days anyway.
Mhm.
So
So,
All right. Can we sort out the admin building first before we split up and do all these tasks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there a way to like kind of do just a sweep of the area to see if there's any like casualties that you'd kill and stuff like that? And then once we know that, we can just kind of get to work, you know?
Yeah. I think there was a point when you got here where like there were ones like kind of on the property that you took care of already.
Mm.
But I think like you get that view of like little kids like peeking over the windowsills. They see you like approaching the admin building. Like,
Oh, there's kids in there too.
There's more kids.
no,
Why are there
there's
so many
kids,
kids?
kids from the head house when they see you
Oh.
heading that direction. Like,
Gotcha.
They're just,
Oh,
there's so many of them.
yeah.
They're so fast. They're so
oh,
fast.
there they are fast. Yeah. The vents
Okay,
go
so
everywhere,
maybe,
man.
so maybe the idea is that there are some casualties in the admin building. Okay,
Maybe so.
let's clean it out. Let's
Yeah.
get cooking.
Can we quietly open that admin building?
I don't think it's so much locked as much as like the doors are kind of like jammed. Like there's a bunch of stuff like shoved into the doors to try to keep them from opening.
Uh-huh. Like you do when you're trying to save your life from the things inside.
You know, little
Mhm.
details.
Yep.
Like, there's a bunch of nails in the gaps between the door here, like bent over the edge of the door
Mm-hmm.
from the outside. As
Can we see,
happens.
can we see into the admin building from any windows or anything like that?
Or can we listen for things, movement
So
inside?
someone could make an awareness check, yes.
I'll do it. That is just on the die, 2 over 1.
Okay.
So I succeed.
Yeah, it's gonna work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're kind of like listening by the windows. There's kind of like one that's like kind of cracked, and you can get like a couple of like the old crates that are kind of out here, kind of like get up on top to kind of like get a view through. I think that noise from like moving the crates around, like climbing up on them, like there's like kind of like like dragging, creaky noises and stuff like that. They after those noises happen, you do hear motion inside, like you catch like a shadow that shifts.
Okay. Yep. So
So
Longvow's
there's-
going to come back to the group. Say, all right. Yep. There's some stuff going on in there. Doesn't seem like it's a ton, but
Slow, fast, big, small.
slow. That's what I saw. It didn't charge the window and try and throw itself out. So
Slow but mildly close, and once one starts making noise, you start hearing more noise.
yep. So maybe what we can do is just open the door and just fish in a barrel type situation.
Is there? You said it's an admin building, so we're assuming it's like offices and stuff. It's not like an open warehouse or anything.
Yeah, I mean it's probably relatively industrial. Like it's not meant to be pretty out here. It's just meant to house office space for people who had to do accounting and finance and tracking records.
Mhm.
But it has to like coordinate freaking trains
Somebody from
and
HR,
trucks and
yeah.
and boats. I mean, like
Like
that.
all the
that's not
things that have like
simple.
paperwork and are like the exchange of money in exchange for goods. Like this is where the people who handle all that stuff goes on.
There's not an area that we could look down upon the casualties. Is
No. And I think you hear something bang against the inside of the door that's there,
Mhm.
which has one of those like metal, like gripper handles with like the thumb switch, and you hear like a kind of a creaking noise, like there's a maybe a rusty push bar on the inside of that door. You hear like something bash against it, and then you hear multiple things bash against it. You hear kind of a lot of things bash against it from the inside. And like it starts to
Many.
creak, and it starts to like those nails start to like.
Oh, shit.
Everybody should
Shut.
get back. I don't think this is a few. I think it's
A lot. Yeah.
This is the entire accounting department. Yes.
Oh no.
It's from accounting.
This should.
I'm gonna get like 2 or more shambles away, Mike.
I think you have the chance to back up, and then I think we should roll initiative.
Okay.
All right. How many shambles do we get to be away?
They were 2,
Okay.
which isn't so much the distance right now; it's the door till it breaks free.
Does a critical success do anything on initiative?
No, 'cause
Other
success
than-
is just
okay.
a black die. Or
All right, just
initiative is just a black die.
sadness then. Okay,
Just being sad.
that's a 5 then.
Okay.
9 for longbow.
8.
Yeah, then.
7.
Mhm.
Okay, so 8. 7. See. Longbow, you are up front.
Okay. Are they already out?
No, but that door is not going to last much longer, and you all are standing directly outside it.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna back away. I'm gonna use my move to get as far away as I can. Actually, before I leave, can I just shoot through the door? I think I'd like to do
You
that.
can make a precision shoot check. Yes.
Yeah. I think I'd like to do that and then leave.
Then run.
Yep. 5 under 6. So nope.
No, you pop a hole in this like metal door, and don't. Clearly, like you would have been shooting for like this level of the door, and it goes through like kind of like down here.
Sure. Yeah.
It's like not the right space to be.
Yeah. Just threads past all of these jerks. And then I'm gonna back away to try and put as much distance between me and this door as possible.
Cool. Martha, you're up next.
I am not going to shoot at the door. I'm going to back up though and ready for the first casualty that I see that I'll shoot.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll back up as well. And just say to Deacon, like, oh, we'll cover you. Be careful.
I'm gonna shoot first, but I'll go in there eventually. Probably. I'm running out of
That's
bullets
why-
here in a second.
The be careful part.
Yeah.
The normal conversation that Martha and Deacon have when a fight starts.
10 times a day.
Yep.
Is it my turn to shoot one?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm trying.
Oh no, wait. I'm sorry.
Oh wait.
It is Dr. Compound goes back.
Oh,
I can't shoot things, so I am not useful at the moment unless I can chuck something at them that I make suddenly out of chemicals. But I don't think I'm good at chucking things either. So I think I'll
do you
just
have
hold-
athletics?
Empty the flask onto the door. See if it drives them back. Yeah.
I could. That would cause fire. Possibly. I could cause fire.
It
Fire
wouldn't
would
cause fire, but there could be.
I
fire.
mean,
Okay.
I can light it and make it cause fire. That would solve the problem, right?
If it's like, what did I walk back to? What?
We're adding arson to the list of cool shit we do.
I think I'll just pull my spear out and back up.
Okay.
Some.
Then now it is Deacon.
All right, and it was a precision shoot check to shoot like through.
Trying
'Cause
to
they
get
haven't
through the
busted
door
out
to
yet.
hit somebody. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got one of those like little tiny the square windows with like the mesh in it. Yeah. It's already
Every now and
cracked,
again,
but yeah.
a head like drifts by.
You see several shadows. You see many shadows like drifting across that view.
Okay. So what if instead I use my turn? How many shambles can I move in a turn? Because if I could be like 7 shambles, that'd be great.
I've been trying to
That'd be-
keep y'all like 2-ish, like, 'cause, you know,
keep the
gotta keep you in
adrenaline. I
some
gotcha,
kind of
gotcha.
danger. Like, you
Yeah.
can't
I'm gonna
just, like-
shoot. I'm gonna shoot then. I'm gonna make that precision check. 3/1 on the dice.
Okay, cool.
Attack.
Yeah, like that. Bang, like straight through that little tiny window, it like spiders out from the hole, and you see, that splat of blight hit it from the inside. as they
That's
come.
a 1 out of an as yet to be determined number. That's a good start.
Yes. And then we reach the end of the round when casualties who are slow go, and the door comes off the hinges, and the 9 remaining of them come pouring out.
Oh, God.
Sweet.
9. Yay.
But Deacon, you backed up too. You were.
Yeah, if I could back up
Okay.
just a little.
Yeah. Okay.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. So there are 9 casualties that are now 2 shambles away from you.
Good.
I shoot
Um,
because I was holding an action.
Ooh, maybe 8.
Yes.
It's a 7/5 on the dice.
Okay.
So I'll
There are
just
8. Cool. Yes. So we come back around to the start of a new turn. And Martha, you are up first this time.
hey, I'll shoot another one.
Okay.
8/5 on the dice.
Okay. Another one goes down.
And then I'm gonna just back up a bit more to give us more room.
Okay. Dr. Cowpound, you are up next.
So I'm 3 shambles away.
2 shambles back from them now. Yeah.
Okay. And when they're 1 shamble away, I can hit them.
Yes.
Okay. Can I hold my attack for when they get within 1 shamble?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
that'll be next round. That they'll be.
Well,
They close
wouldn't,
by
it be,
1 shamble per round.
wouldn't it be the end of this round? Or no? That they move and then I attack and then it goes to my turn? And the beginning of the next round? I could be misunderstanding it.
I'm misunderstanding it too. So I'm just trying to have them like. A shamble is 1 round of distance for them to cover. Right now they are 2 shambles away. It would take them a round to get closer. Does that make sense?
Moment is that moment at the end of this round or at the start of the next round? I think is the difference. Because if it's the end, then she could wait until the end to attack, and then the next round would start.
Yeah.
Because at the start, she can't do that.
Yeah. They'll move on their action. You can hold a twitch to do another attack at the end of the round.
Okay.
That's what you do when you're doing full offense. So I think that works out to
Okay.
what you're after. Okay. Cool. Then Deacon, you're up next.
I'm gonna try to shoot 2 of them. Well, I'm gonna shoot 1 now and 1
Go full
later.
offense. Okay.
Yeah. I got time for that. I feel like I've got time for that, unless I'm just really.
Plenty. That'll be fine.
Yeah. First one. I don't feel like scrolling up to my shoot skill, but it's 9/2, just dice,
Okay. Another one goes down.
and then I'll just wait patiently.
Okay. Longbow, you're up next.
I'm following suit. I'm doing the we gotta kill as many as fast as we can. So I'm gonna go full offense.
Okay.
And that is a 5/2 on the die, so I'm definitely hit.
Okay. Yes, so we reach the end of the round. They advance. They are within 1 shamble now of everybody except Martha. And then
I can make my attack.
Dr. Compound, Deacon, and Longbow can all make attacks.
Yeah, that's a fail. I'm going to use a will. Yeah, I'll use a will to switch it. It'll be 8/1, 6 on the die.
Cool. Yeah. You stick another one. Get the little plunger. Not sure if the plunger really does anything for it, but like it does. You do skewer it in the head, it goes down.
Longbow succeeds on his second attack.
Okay. There are 3 left.
Yeah, that's 3/2 on dice.
Okay.
6/2.
Okay. There are 2 left.
That's good numbers.
Yep. And it took them that round to reach one shamble away, which puts them in range for the next time they get to act. Right? Sure. Let's go with it.
Yes.
Okay.
So, Dr. Compound, you are first this round.
I stab another one.
Okay.
Oh, wait, that's not the right dice. Hold on. Oh, that's a crit fail.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no. Do you have another will?
I have one.
Good time.
It would be a time.
Yeah,
Like
fine.
a regular fail.
It's a regular
no.
fail.
Because like
It's still
regular
better.
fails like I missed. Crit fails like I got bit.
Yeah.
It's a 3. It's 3 and 3. But it's a regular fail, I guess now.
Yeah.
Even with my +2 for spirit.
yeah. It's once it's a fail, it's still just in the failure range. Okay. Yeah. Have like that moment of like close call with one of the zombies here. It's probably like wearing a track jacket.
Reminds me of my
Like
wife. I get
monster.
sad.
Has a
You're like,
track
"I can't
jacket
stab
and like
this."
a mesh back baseball cap with like some sort of monster truck on it. Like, yeah, that's
Can't stab this.
That's
cool.
That's her signature style.
I need that hat for her, actually.
Yeah.
Midjourney's never going to be able to get this right. That's it.
Oh, God.
Deacon, you're up next.
Is there like a thing where you can't shoot things that are too close? I forget.
They are in melee range of other people. So if you're trying to shoot and you fail, like there's a chance you're hitting other people.
Gotcha. I mean, they're in melee range of me.
Firing into melee combat is bad. Yeah.
I'm gonna punch him then.
We've done it so many times.
Yeah,
And
we've
it's
done it
only
so
ever
many
been
times.
great for Deacon
You
when
know
we've
what?
done it.
I'm better at punching, so I'm gonna punch him. Okay, that's a 14/1.
What?
Nice.
What?
Yes.
I'm a
Would
punch.
love to see
I think
it.
the hard part there is like bam, right? And like you have to like shake what's left of its skull that's like around your wrist off as it falls down. Like,
Is it the one
It's
with the
like-
cool hat? Can I grab the hat as
Yes.
it's about to fall?
no, it's a different one. It's
Dang
totally
it.
different one.
Put a little too much pepper on that one. Gotta
You're tracking
Use it back.
the hat where it goes.
yeah, that I'm not gonna try to full offense that. So I'm just gonna sit tight.
No.
Okay. Longbow. You're
How
up
many are
next.
left? I gotta shoot, but
There's one.
oh,
And it's right there with Dr. Compound.
Is it Longbow first or me first?
You are after Longbow in order, and we started with
because Nikki was at the bottom.
somebody
She got
else
to go
this
to the
round.
top.
Yeah, it was Longbow, Mirtha, Dr. Compound, and Deacon. In this round, I think we just started with Dr. Compound, Deacon,
Yep.
That's
Longbow,
fine.
then Mirtha.
Okay.
So Longbow is
Get that-
next.
Get that will Longbow. Shoot into melee combat.
I don't know if that
Yeesh.
counts. I think that
You know,
Gosh.
sometimes the bad things that you fight can have will too. I'll just throw that one out there.
Not casualties.
yeah.
He says who? Like,
Meat says meat.
Well,
No,
it says here, Red Market's a game of economic horror by Kratrina. So that's
Yep. See, there you go.
I guess I'm gonna ready to shoot, and if he gets shoved away from her so it's safer, I'll shoot. But look, Longbow has gotten that wrong before and really doesn't want to get it wrong again, especially with the Dr. Combat. Like,
That's fair, I suppose.
he already knows he's on thin ice. Doesn't want to go.
If I
full-
shoot her, she'll be real mad.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna be
Possibly
like,
dead.
I'm just gonna be like, just push it off, as he's like, and I'm ready. I'm basically readying to shoot.
and
Martha takes the shot that Longbow doesn't.
Sweet.
I trust in my ability to do things. That is
yeah.
a 9/2.
Yes.
I really wanted. I trusted my ability to do things. That was a crit fail.
I would have spent that will and not said anything and just made it
Yeah.
fail if that had been the case. No, I hit it.
Okay, yeah. I think Dr. Compound, you're there with the spear trying to like maneuver it around, and it'll just like arrow through the face.
Then I
It's
take
there
the
in
hat
front of you. Yes.
and put it in my backpack.
Yes, you can take the hat as it lands on the ground. The head of a teddy bear rolls out of its pocket. So
Oh.
No.
Was it bring your child to work day?
Do they not have child labor laws in St. Louis? I need to know these things, Mike. I need to know these things now.
you just work until you die.
That's just
yeah.
life.
So that's the end of the yeah. And yeah,
I'm just-
great big book just to have it all today.
I'm gonna immediately start looking through all their shit.
Yes, we can scavenge this pack of casualties.
Pack of 10, big pack.
Do
of
it.
10.
7/1.
Okay. What's the number on the black die? Without the skill modifier.
3.
3. Okay. Then we get 3 bounty from the casualties here.
I'm just like checking things. Useless.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Useless.
pocket.
Photo of this guy and photo of a woman wearing clothes like that one over there, and maybe 3-year-old at the time, and that's crap. That's
God damn.
This one has a wallet. There's look at all the pictures of their kids. Anyone want these?
Yeah. We need evidence.
I mean, did they have like names on them? Like, is this one like little Timmy, little Bill?
Looks
'Cause, I mean, that
at
could be
back
useful.
of picture.
Yeah. Names, dates, serial
Just imagining
Serial,
Serial
numbers. It's just fucking social security numbers. What I was trying to say,
Security number
Name
is
was-
person, yeah.
but that's what.
David, do your children have serial numbers? I'm just
mean,
curious. Just
look,
asking, no reason.
I just draw little barcodes on them so I can keep them straight.
Gillespie 001 across the back of their necks. Like,
Each of the kids has their own QR
Yeah.
code.
That would be so dope. Like, which one are you? QR code. It's like my dad doesn't know which of the baby or the older one.
Hey, if they got lost though, people would just be able.
QR
Let's get you
code. Oh my
home.
god. That would be, if found, scan code. And it's like a whole
Yeah.
website dedicated to how to return them.
I think that's actually a thing.
I'm sure it
Takes-
is.
It takes 6 stamps,
Yes.
first class mail.
6 stamps.
That'll get them there.
Oh my god.
That's. I mean, if it
That
was
is
like,
how it
like
worked
an
at one
engraved
point.
bracelet kind of thing or something instead, kind of like when you have your like medical alert bracelet. I could see-
There's like
I'm
a
gonna have-
waterproof temporary tattoo that they have
Oh wow.
Oh,
that you can get.
Are you telling me this $1 million idea is already taken like every other good $1 million
You,
idea?
you know what? You know what? You know what? That $1 million idea doesn't have a great publicist. All we need is a good publicist.
We can make it
Now
faster.
you're now you're thinking like Thomas Edison.
That's right. We don't gotta be first.
Next
We're gonna be
week
first to
on
market.
Collective Tank. That's
Yeah. Collective tech.
We've been there, done that.
Oh my god.
Tesla has a terrible publicist. Let me just go electrocute some horses.
Edison was dark,
Edison was messed up.
man.
Okay.
Edison's over here like, how can I give internet or how can I give electricity to everyone for free? And Edison's like, how can I beat that guy into the ground?
Yes.
Mhm.
We've killed the casualties from the admin building. We're able to look
Okay.
around the admin building. If someone wants to
Yeah.
scavenge the admin building, feel free. 'Cause
Yes, please. I would
they've
like to
got a
do that.
whole HR department in there, and that's got to be full of like personal data, right? That's-
Oh my god. Yes, please. I'm spending a Ubik charge for that one. Oh my god. Where's the Ubiks? There they are. There they are. I'm spending
It's
the
a man
thing.
and his bounty, I swear.
Ah, bounty. As I like.
who are the real zombies of the setting?
That's
I think
right.
that's the question
right.
underlying.
Who's the
fiction.
real Walking Dead? Is it them or us?
Yeah, that's right. It's a 7/3.
Okay. Yeah, there's 7 bounty worth of personal data here.
Sweet. That is awesome. Just in the admin building of like files and shit like that.
Yeah, like stuff from the HR department about like people who were staff and stuff like that.
Okay.
Identifiable information.
Cool. Is there? I mean, looking around, is there anything else? Like, cause we have a bunch of shit to do. Is there stuff in here to help us do those things?
No.
Oh, good.
You wanted help? You wanted things to be easier? Um,
Ooh. Does this building have a landline and we could just call him from here?
Like
It is the admin
half
building.
the telephone poles between here and Elevation have been splintered.
Damn it.
Like that's the one piece of national infrastructure that still works.
It still
Oh, we
works.
just didn't think to check it for 5 years.
I'm pretty sure we saw like a telephone pole like fly into a building during that mega tornado or
It's
whatever.
true. It's
so-
true. It's true. That
Yeah,
probably did take
yeah.
out some important connectivity.
Yes, there are landline phones in here. They are paperweights.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about the subterranean transatlantic wires? Are those still there? They still functioning?
Just get a little hand crank generator.
The vector sharks.
I need a little hand crank generator and one of those like hand dabbers and just gonna dab him out a little message.
He just has
Oh, man.
yeah. Dot dash. Dash.
You get it. You get it.
That's not how that works. It's not what that means.
It could. You don't know.
Nobody
Holograms are
actually
dope.
nobody knows actual semaphore. Might as well be like how you communicate all. Okay,
Thank you, Mike.
we're around breakish time.
Mm-hmm.
Leave. Do you want to take a couple minutes break and then we can come back and figure out how you're actually going to get all the actual work here done? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Okay.
I
So-
do like that we have all this work to do that's going to require a bunch of rations, and I just gave away a bunch of my rations.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, there's a lot.
Real smooth.
And it was you
Stuff
too,
there,
Yeah,
of
real-
all
real
of us that
smooth,
did that.
real
I'm
smooth.
very proud of you.
You know, yeah.
Very proud of Longa.
I think that's a David thing. You put kids on the table, I get weird. I get like I start getting a little crazy. Because like I don't know. You know how I am with like Harper gets kids and stuff like that. It's like I'll break character for kids.
Totally works.
Good plan. Good plan. Okay. Yes. We'll be back around 9:25 ish Central, 10:25. Not quite.
We'll be back soon.
half-assed. We'll be back.
Yeah.
We'll be
Yeah.
here. Bye.
Yeah.
We'll see it.
We will be.
Stick around. Wait. Sit right there and wait for us. We'll be back. Wait. Hello.
This is the first time you've dropped the stand clear. Like you're
That's a
about to
new
do
one.
like an AED situation, like one of us getting our heart rhythm fixed.
Clear.
Yeah, exactly.
Like get like a set of those like the flashlights with the codes on them, like they have at the airport.
Yes.
Ready?
Yes.
Oh,
Let's go.
okay. Yeah.
Wheels up.
I got to
Break
hear one of
time.
those.
Back from.
I got to hear one of those next door when I was in recovery from a like bone marrow donation. I was like, is that a code blue next to me? They start getting real close to my bed. It seems like they need space. I can't do anything about this. I can't move. They were fine.
Just
it was all
a
fine.
quick random thing. My mic accidentally hit that code blue button once when I was in the hospital.
Oh boy.
The nurse asked
sure
him
they appreciate it.
asked him to reach for something or to grab something, and he accidentally hit it.
Not that one. Not that one.
Yeah, that's what she yelled. Anyway,
It's the someone's dying button.
yep. Doctors came running.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was fine. Anyway,
Those doctors were shook. They were like, what did I miss?
Yeah.
what happened in
Miracle.
this 30 seconds?
I'm fine now.
Feeling
So-
much better.
Was one of the things that you alluded to that one of us was going to need to go 2 legs away to make a call while other stuff was going on?
I think Dr. Compound has to tell them exactly what they need.
Is
So
that the
someone's gonna have to get in
smartest
touch
solution?
with someone. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like someone will need to get in touch with Jed Jones to have Jed Jones ship in these massive quantities of industrial cleaning agents that you need to make sure that the silos will be functional and safe for them to store grain in.
Should we go in pairs? Like, should I go with
That-
Dr. Compound?
That probably, I mean, Dr. Compound definitely needs somebody to watch her back, probably, if you're traveling to, I know mechanically no, but like just like in world, it makes sense. And then that would leave 2 people to be working on stuff because Deacon has to be here to do the mechanics
Mhm.
on the machinery, and then Longbow could get started on a fence.
Well,
right?
and if
So I mean, it's
if worse comes to worse, like that's the 2 people of the Ubix, right? Is Longbow and Dr. Compound. So
yeah,
if there is an emergency, then
yeah,
I could
yeah, it makes
call
sense to
out
me.
kind of thing.
yeah.
Sounds good.
Does that work for you, Dr. Compound?
Yeah, I can travel alone, but that's not gonna happen. But yeah, that's fine.
We'll be
Alright.
we'll be safe.
Mike,
Mhm.
is there a chance that I can scavenge for food before I start doing a bunch of work that's going to require a bunch of rations?
I have an extra thing of rations. Can I just give it to Longbow?
Yeah.
Since he
I
gave
wanna-
up so
I wanna
much
see
of
if I
his
can
food.
scavenge up some food.
Just-
I hear you. I hear you.
Not a leg. We've already scavenged for bodies and stuff. It's like, yeah.
Damn it. Damn it. All right, fair enough. I have a refresh. I can take care of it. I was just gonna see if I can.
You sure?
roll
Because
it.
I have like a full extra.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Okay.
I appreciate you. I will spend this refresh when I need it, when I actually need it. And so is the 2 legs, is that 2 days travel?
2 legs is probably about a day.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm just kind of curious how far along we're gonna get while.
Does that mean we have 1 day or 2 days to work while they're gone?
2, because it'll be a day out, a day back. It's enough to say.
Sure.
Okay.
Sounds like we can have a fence done and machinery done. and then just clean them babies when they get back. Just clean the silo.
Yeah. Yeah, like I could almost get like the whole reinforcement done in that amount of time. Maybe.
I think you gotta like remake them. Yeah.
First. Gotta fix them first. Gotta fix them first. Okay, cool.
All right, let's do it.
So yeah, all right, we'll deal with the people who are staying behind first then. So yes, 1 ration for the day for being on site for each of you. Deacon to work on all the stuff from the head house for like the mechanisms for distributing all that grain and all that sort of stuff. That will cost another ration.
Is there a role associated with that, or is it just you're just spending manpower basically?
There probably should be a mechanics or something, but I'm also not sure what would be, clean up the site and repair the fence. It's not mechanics, so I don't know what that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, as if you ask me to do something like melee for that, I'm in trouble.
That's a resistance check.
Yeah. Sweet.
And I give both the boys bardic inspiration because
Yes.
I would have said and hugged them very tight when we were separating.
You can do this. I have faith in you. Yeah, like
Yes.
that's.
No, just
that's
be
good stuff,
safe.
though. Yeah.
Be safe and please don't die. Is please don't die in an industrial incident while I am not here.
Yeah. Same to you. Same to you.
Yep.
Yeah. She will also not die in an industrial incident while you're there.
Yeah. But also, like, don't do something stupid, Mirtha, because that's what you tend to do.
You're not everybody's shield.
Dr. Compound Shield.
You don't have to be Compound Shield. She's fine. She will totally not get distracted
Okay, so
by
yes,
anything shiny.
ends up being 2 rations each for Deacon and Longbow for the first day. Right, and at the end of the day, the mechanics, head house are fixed, and the basic fence is back up.
I just want to make it canon that a kid handed me a wrench at least once. It was a very like touching ET kind of moment. Like we bonded on a level beyond words. He gave me a wrench. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, so then Mirtha and Dr. Compound, you walk 2 legs, which is 2 rations each. Yay. And to make it out to a distance where you're able to make this, you're allowed to make this call to Jet Jones.
Okay.
I'm just going to secure the location.
I will look. Did you want to pass on any messages? Since I'm calling it anyway.
That's very kind of you to ask. Thank you. If it's possible, just to know how my brother is doing, but Puck is his name. But thank you for asking.
I reconnect to the internet and feel like a person again. Like, oh my
Just that
baby, you've been gone
flood
for
of
so long.
notification baby bubbles that pop up. Like,
Oh, so many. Hold on. Nope. Spam. 15 videos from my wife. Jesus. I cannot watch
somebody
that one.
liked a post from 4 months ago. Then for some reason, somebody liked that they liked the post from 4 months ago. Like,
Are you in my Twitter feed? Because that's my normal. Like,
but yes, your connection comes back up. It catches up. There's this feed of like notifications that pop up here from the last several
And get
days.
slightly distracted for a few seconds before making the call.
Cool. Yes, the call goes through. It rings. Jet Jones answers on the other end. Didn't actually expect to hear from y'all, but hope you're in a secure location. I trust you were.
I followed the rules.
Just y'all we're all very clear on what the expectation was.
2 legs away. We're 2 legs away. It's fine.
Okay, good, we're good. So what is it that I can do for you?
We found the place that you wanted us to find, but we need at least insert numbers here, an amount of cleaning supplies so that we can actually do the job that you want us to do. This place is completely empty, minus feral children. Who seem harmless.
Feral children. I don't know.
I've been watching them for like a day, but they seem pretty harmless, honestly. They just run in the vents. If you leave food out, they're fine.
He seems like a little like confused and flabbergasted by that. He's like, I guess I'll have to talk to some people or something. I don't know. Okay.
Well, I mean, as long as they don't get hurt, I guess, because that would be bad. Also, how are our families doing since I'm calling in and we have like a really long time, including my wife and Puck.
Oh, yeah. I've been having a person who had a name that I totally wrote down before somewhere way back
My
when.
character's wife.
No, there was somebody from his staff who had a name.
Oh,
I
gotcha.
think it might have been Marceline or something like that, who was supposed to be like
Marceline.
the person who was like
Yes.
being like the handler for everybody's families independence while you were out of town. She's been checking in, and everybody seems to be doing real well. Your wife's doing good. Everybody's hanging out. They've been making sure Puck goes to school, and she's learned a whole lot about A Wrinkle in Time. I don't know why.
Shut the fuck up.
Yes.
Jesus. Let me go. Let it go.
I got one joke. I got A Wrinkle in Time and Mr. Jones If You're Nasty, and that's the whole campaign.
That's all you got.
Yeah. Because I had a whole list of like abandoned restaurants that y'all were supposed to find. So like, yeah, y'all are actually, you travel two legs away on railroad tracks where there's actually an intersection, and you decide this is a good place to stop. There's the bombed out remains of a restaurant, and on the sign, there's what looks like a dumpling with an anthropomorphic face on it, wearing a long robe and holding a lightsaber, and next to it says Obi-Wan Pierogi. This is where we're making the call from. I hope we're all happy now.
This is a real place for you, isn't it, Mike?
I've got a picture of the sign.
Oh my God.
I think there's a point where Martha just defeatedly asks Dr. Compound to take a picture of this thing because Deacon and Longbow will get a kick out of it. Whereas she doesn't. Did Ethan like fall out of his chair? Did you just take Ethan out?
Yeah. Want to see it happen again? There we go.
I was cringing, so I didn't see.
Mike, you gotta take me.
That's so good.
I've got no idea where that is. That's just a picture.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
I've got pictures of Obi-Wan Pierogi and Keep It Shrimple, and I got no idea where they are. So
Welcome to my hell, personally.
welcome to Red Markets.
Welcome to
so
my
good.
hell.
Was there anything else we needed to get from them to bring here other than the cleaning supplies?
There's probably like some gear around like actual stuff to use the cleaning supplies to clean it out with and all that sort of stuff that you're like well, I can get hold of that, but it's going to take me a little bit of time to get it out there to you. Can you ping me with your location and hang out there for a minute, and I'll get in touch with some people, and then I'll tell you when I can drop it off there where you're at.
How the heck are we supposed to get it back to the place?
Well, I can't risk having people follow the drones. Because I can get something delivered by drone to where you're at, but I can't have them going directly to the location. Because
Sure.
There's been leaks in this project before, and I can't risk it.
I would, and again, I think we would have probably talked about this like on the journey, but asking Jones if we need to do something with the children or if they can stay and that be a later problem, because they seem fine where they're at, and walking with 4 feral, noisy children is not going to be safe.
Hey, Mr.
seem
Jones,
pretty
speaking
quiet.
of feral children, so I was kind of thinking they could stay here because they're pretty good in the vents in this area, but taking them would be very risky for all of us when we go back. So you cool with 4 little watchdog children living in the place that you're doing
Well,
grain
they-
stuff in?
I can't say it makes me super comfortable, but I do understand that y'all are just like, a crew operating on your own. Um, I have more people who are ready to come in as soon as y'all are sorted out with your work.
Mhm.
They'll be able to arrive and get things set up for me to arrange the rest of what has to happen. I can make sure that in the people who are going to show up for that we'll have somebody who can try to do something with the kids.
Thank you.
Positive something, yes.
Obviously, it's like,
Mhm.
I'm
have
offended
to
that
ask,
you would think that I would do something untoward.
Mr. Jones,
to your
I've
kids.
known you for a day before
I'm-
I accepted this job.
I know. I got you. I got you, Mr. Jones. We're same wavelength, you and I.
I mean, to be fair, Dr. Compound was calling them attack dogs, so
Yeah.
she's not on the same page.
Okay, so we have to wait. It sounds like.
Let me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to find out how long it'll take him to get stuff,
Is there
and
ranch? Love.
there better be ranch. He will find out how long it will take him to get stuff out here, and he will be back in touch with you.
Okay, I'll send the ping of our location and respond to my wife's messages as well. I like walk like 30 feet away because they're very private messages.
You go sit on the bright yellow bench in front of Obi-Wan Pierogi.
Yeah.
Handle your personal calls from there.
I like how you call that pallet a bench. That's clearly
It's
a shipping pallet. It's-
repurposed furniture.
Uh-huh.
It is,
Upcycled. I see that forklift
hey,
pallet.
that is not our place to judge. That is
Pallets can be many things.
yes. It could be a hat, it could be a pterodactyl. No. A couple hours later, he will reply. He will send a call back. All right. I can get the things you want, and I can have them dropped off where you're at. It's gonna take me about 2 days.
2 days. Seriously.
If you'd rather coordinate the delivery of antiseptic cleaning products from the recession across the border and I get into the loss, maybe the shipping times would be better for you.
Mr. Jones being sassy with me. I don't appreciate that.
Hey. Thank you.
Yes.
I got ranch. In case anyone out there was wondering, my husband brought me ranch.
It's the only one I saw.
It's fine. So we need to stay out here for 2 days. So
There's no, yeah, if we walk back, we're just have to turn right back around and come back here.
yeah. I assume like the group of us would have been like, we're gonna go out here and ask for supplies and probably not get like the same day response on them. So
Who knows? Did we?
Yeah, how long do Longbow and oh, this would be good. How long are we gonna wait?
Yeah. So day
Patch
one
it up.
is you guys start stuff at the back of the grain silos, and they go out. They make the call.
Yep.
Theoretically, day two is like now you two can team up, and you both work on reinforcing the fence. And day two, they come back, right?
With all the stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
clearly. So day two, I'll get both of you to spend 2 rations.
Yes. Good.
And that's to finish the reinforcements, right?
That's to reinforce the fence. Yeah.
So
And 1 ration for us. Or did we already
Yeah,
spend our
and
ration?
and one ration for each of you two because you're spending a day somewhere. And at the end of day 2, right, which for Mirth and Dr. Compound is this amorphous thing. But for Deacon and Longbow, we reach the end of day 2, and then come back.
before we do that, can we do like a little scene between Longbow and Deacon?
Yes, and actually, I need to get reminded to go back to Dr. Compound and Martha.
Cool.
Because I
Mm.
think we should probably check stress for having to call the boss and be like, hey, we need stuff.
Why would I be stressed?
Stress, you say?
Yes.
Oh, cool. We
That
just have this
shit's
camp
fine.
here for 2 days in the open.
There's OB1 pierogies right behind us.
Yeah.
That's not open.
They have a 5-year-old freezer without power that's got to have something that's totally edible in it still. Yeah,
I
can
hear
Dr.
frozen-
Compound and Martha to roll self-control. Fast. Okay. No? Okay. One stress.
During this time, just in case of emergencies, I am going to be curious and look around everywhere I possibly can to try to get myself a will back. Because I'm out of will. And I need a
Bad
will.
place to be.
Yes.
Can I
Yeah,
get a
sure.
will just for watching over and taking care of us not getting killed?
You see, I should be saying no to all these, but yeah. One,
Yes.
right? We're stopping at 1.
Caretaker, yes.
Meanwhile, back at the grain silo, let's
Back at
have
the
Deacon
ranch.
and Longbow roll self-control too.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. Love it.
We're concerned, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 9/5.
That is a.
What kind of roll is that, by the way?
For stress.
Stress.
9/7.
Okay. That's 0 and 0. You're good.
Ooh.
But yes, we can absolutely have a scene where Longbow and Deacon are out here reinforcing the fence with these sheets of corrugated aluminum because that's what everything out here is made of in my brain.
So
That
I
you
think,
found.
I think maybe the night between day 1 and day 2, where we take over one of these silos that we're probably not going to clean, right? It's a fine silo. It's just not one of the 6 that we're going to clean, and we build a little fire inside so we can have some warmth and not signal to the world that we're here.
Yeah, because all the smoke will just gather at the top, and it's so tall it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
That seems sad. That seems
I
physically.
mean, it'll probably leak out the top, but it'll be nighttime, right? Nobody's going to see the smoke.
Yeah.
I want to. We're all aware what happens when you have a fire in a grain silo, right?
An
That was
empty
like-
one?
I was like, yeah, actually the empty is worse. 'cause of the
Empty-ish.
empty-ish is worse because of the powders, but that was 5 years ago that this shit was being used, right? So I mean, like, that's all done, right?
There's still like rotting grain in some of these. That's why you have to get industrial solvents. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to be in any of those. I want to be like,
But that's you're going to empty out and clean out 6 of them, but like they were all.
Oh, okay, all right. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, you can be out by like the semi dock, like where they would back up semis out there and stuff.
Nah. We'll just be inside under like a lamp or something like that. I don't know. I was hoping for like a fire, a campfire scene.
Fireside.
Yeah,
chat.
exactly. Like, I don't know if y'all ever had to like protect a bunch of equipment overnight, but what you do is you build a fire. You just hang around it all night long. That's how you stay awake, is feeding the fire. It's like, oh man, we gotta go find more wood and stuff. Anyways, so yeah, I think while we're out there, Longbow's gonna ask the deacon. He's like, "Ah, man, I feel like I have to level with you on something. Maybe a lot of things, but I want you to know I don't I know I don't really like participate in your sermons or nothing, but it's I just never really connected with where you're at. I kind of feel kind of abandoned by the big guy, you know. So I never really like, I don't know. Like I know you're on a mission, and I respect that, and I like like the results of it. But I just wanted to let you know that that's not. It's never been anything personal. It's just like your big man upstairs. I kind of feel like, you know, we really needed him, and he ain't there, and I kind of feel on my own on this one, you know.
Yeah, I definitely hear you there, and you're not the only one that feels that way.
Sure.
I mean, I've run across plenty of folks who used to do what I do that feel the same way. It's, you know, everybody hit everybody a little different, I think, when the world decided to go ahead and end a little bit. I mean, not the whole thing, but I mean, as we know it.
Yeah.
I understand that. And I mean, I can't say that the reasons for what I do are fully righteous, and for, you know, the big guy upstairs or whatever. A lot of it's just what I feel like I got to do. I mean,
what brought you to this? What brought you to this calling?
yeah. Which, I mean, are you talking about preaching, or are you talking about cleaning up a little bit?
The cleaning.
Yeah. Well,
that's you know, that is a mission.
yeah, it is.
You're driven by that. I can see it.
I mean, Mirth will probably ask me again here in a few days, but I just gotta balance the scales a little bit, you know?
Yeah. Do you keep track?
I keep track. And he'll just pull up his sleeve a little bit, because I mean, Mirth has already seen it, so he's kind of, everybody's gonna know eventually. But
sure.
You'll see a bunch of they're not necessarily like tally marks, because there's no like cross, like a cross for the 5, but it's just like lines and rows.
Leans in. He doesn't get, you know, he doesn't want to
Yeah.
like invade your personal bubble, but he like leans in to get close.
He's like, yeah, right around when everything kind of, you know, started going wrong, I had to make some tough decisions, and I kept a log of, well, all the folks whose time it might not have necessarily been that I had to send on to their maker. And the way I see it, every casualty I take care of is sort of maybe balancing that out. But
how many of those little marks you got? How far up do they go?
I haven't added many since, but I mean, we're in the triple digits at this point. But you know, I don't need to tell you that church folks, there's not a lot that can keep them from going to church. Especially rumors of some disease that people think is like something on a TV show.
Oh man. Are you saying first few were, you know, people you knew?
Yeah, I wouldn't say few, but you know, it happens fast, and takes a minute to tell the difference between convulsions in the Holy Spirit and convulsions in becoming a vector in a crowd of a few hundred. So,
man, yeah, when we met, we were on that first job, and maybe remember that water park situation.
Yep.
God, that must have sent you right back there then.
Is familiar.
Yeah. That's awful.
But you know what? Old church houses, they go up like grain silos, so that helps.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. That's wow. It's weird. I think we'll all kind of remember what we had to do those first couple of months, and we probably don't want to remember a lot of it, right? I bet.
I couldn't even tell you what, if you asked Sister Chloe about what happened when we hit the road, I don't even know that she'd remember.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all just gone.
Yeah. Pretty glad I didn't lose his arm though. I wasn't quite finished. That'd have been a shame. But
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry you went through that. You clearly have what it takes, though. It's the path you're walking, and the decisions you made, they've kept you and your people alive, and that means a lot out here, right?
yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
But you know, if I'm gonna keep up with them mathematicians or whatever, I gotta get out of the negatives first, I think. Whatever their great calculation, I don't know too much about it.
Oh, you mean like those that group we ran into, the woman that survived. She got all
Maybe
those.
it's hard to tell if it's that or if it's just funny tattoos. You know, who can tell? But could have been.
What's your feelings on all that? Are you feeling like you're balancing the scales? Are you doing what you need to do?
I kind of got to.
Yeah, I get that.
If I don't, it's just kind of silly, isn't it? But
yeah, I kind of have a mission of my own, and I need to. I've been quiet about it for a little too long. If you're okay hearing about it, I think now is probably the right time.
I mean, I do confession regularly, so you know, I'm used to hearing stuff people don't really care to tell others.
Sure. Well, and this is up there with that whole, you know, nobody can know kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not like I'm legally bound at this point to inform anybody about anything, even if it is a crime. So.
Yep. All right. Well, fair enough. He digs into his bag real quick and pops out this little jar, and like dips a little into his like coffee or whatever stuff, and kind of passes it over to you. It's like that's probably the last of my syrup from where I'm from. I'm not a JROTC graduate. It's a little too weird about military stuff. I'm active duty military for the Canadian government.
All right, that does explain syrup. Yep. Okay, I was really wondering about that for a second.
It's right there from the strategic reserves, just north of Toronto. It's the last of it.
Okay. So, because now I think I have to make some kind of check, right? Like,
yes.
First of all, because he did the thing.
Check.
Yeah.
Because he did the thing. Yeah. But
I did the thing.
if that goes well, Deacon's gonna have a lot of questions about Canada because he's never been.
Yeah.
That is a 3/2.
Okay. To take one stress.
Okay.
How are you on stress? I should have asked you before I did this.
I'm fine. Yeah, no, I'm good.
I shouldn't have meant that part.
Yeah, that's fair. No, he's fine. He'd be like, okay, well, first of all, I don't really buy into all that about the Canadians or whatever they like to throw around on the news and things like that. But
yeah, it's bad, right? Those that survived are in a tough spot, and that's kind of what I'm out here doing, is trying to find a home livelihood, some kind of sense of safety for those who have survived.
Yeah.
Every so often, my I don't know, my handlers, I guess, reach out, ask for things. A couple of the items that have been, like, oh, we did that job at the rail yard, and there's that weird cement building that I traded. That was to my people.
Is that where all these just really just serendipitous drone strikes come from? Because the first time I let it, the first time I just kind of let it go. I didn't think too hard about it, but then they just kind of kept showing up, and it felt a little funny. I'm gonna
yeah. So they exactly, that's it. They have the ability to be where they need to be, right? It's a skeleton crew. It's not a lot of us. But when I call, they come, and when they call, I deliver, right? There's been a couple of times where, unfortunately, I've put all of us in a scrape because of it, and my relationship with them has gotten a little strained, quite honestly, because of a couple of those things I disagree with.
yeah. Well,
Namely that fucking orange case that they wanted us to grab. That was them, and
I got my spacesuit out of that, so I can't.
You did get a
I'm
spacesuit out of that.
I'm gonna call us even on that one.
That's fair. That's fair.
But,
It's been.
I mean,
it's been good and bad.
Yeah, I understand that obligations it could be difficult, but as far as I'm aware, the most up and current teachings of my faith are to love thy neighbor and all that good stuff. And I mean, neighboring countries, neighboring states, it's pretty vague. So I can wrap a few Canadians up in there too, I think.
That's good of you. I appreciate that.
I do find it a little funny that you handed me a jar of maple syrup. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's kind of your comedic timing is impeccable to hand me a jar of maple syrup and then tell me you're a Canadian.
There's not a lot of things that signify that. I've got that, and I've got, look, if it ever comes up, he opens up his pack, and you can see one of those like tactical flags, but instead of like the olive drab American flag, it's an olive drab Canadian flag.
Okay.
And he says, look, if things go real weird and you've got my bag and you think it's my people, you can show them that.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, it's yeah.
Is it true they make hooch out of this stuff up there?
Yes, they'll make anything you need out of there. Come on, it's full of sugar. Of course, it's good hooch. I'll see if I can get you some. I'll see if I can get you some.
I mean, it's not necessarily for me, but there was some French talking folks came through and there's real into it. And I just it didn't sound real to me. Making stuff out of maple syrup. But,
yep, that's sugar fermentation, man. Probably half of it's turned into that shit by now.
Look, I follow a fellow that turned water into wine. So it's all a mystery to me, but.
Well, look, I'm glad we got to talk. This is what I wanted to level with you on.
Well, all right then. That works for me. I mean, it ain't like it could be worse. I've heard worse. I'll tell you that.
Nothing changes. I still want over that wall, along with everybody else.
It's good there.
Yep. And bed down for the night.
No more talking.
Banging on fences. Good talk.
Good talk.
Dawn rises on day number 3.
God damn it. Where's our people?
Yeah, back at the grain silo. Welcome to my world. You're roadblocked because something you need isn't here. You're gonna like, just go in and start like trying to scrape the inside of the silos with a knife? No, that's not gonna do any good. So yeah, you're just kind of stuck here for now. Meanwhile, out in the field. Oh, sorry, it's a new day, so it's another ration for everybody too.
Great. Yep.
You're welcome.
Look,
Then
I upped my adaptability. I'm fine.
out at Obi-Wan Pierogi, where we've barricaded the walls so we can hang out inside here. You hear the buzzing of drone quadcopters in the mid-afternoon, and the as they come into view, they're painted in yellow and black stripes, and they have little speakers that do play the same repurposed audio clip that they stole from AOL that you've heard a bunch of times before. You got mail.
I'm immediately just doing a noise check.
Yeah.
Did
But
they
they
not
will
realize that is such a bad idea?
They've been doing it for years. I don't know how.
usually
I
it's
think
delivering enclaves at least. But yeah.
I think what they do, if is that they come out, they send that message, and then if you don't pick up your stuff, they get to take it. So if they bring the casualties to you,
You
Not
know
their
the
fault.
resale value of these like cleaning chemicals in the loss? Yeah, that's you're probably not wrong.
while the doctor checks those things out, I am going to make sure that we're clear of casualties.
Oh, it's definitely unfortunately drawn attention.
Mhm.
There are 8 casualties, 3 shambles away.
Jesus Christ, Mike.
Well, they play the sound, and they had to send out like the big ones because they've got like there's 2 of them, and they have like ropes that come down, and then they have like a net that has like 3 big 55-gallon plastic drums in them. So these are
How
like
the fuck are we supposed to get these back?
We can fashion a sled. We'll figure it out. We'll get it. We'll get it.
Mr. Jones gave us a truck a couple of jobs ago. He keeps
That's literally-
expecting us to have.
Oh, he probably thinks we have the truck, doesn't he?
Because this job he gave us fuel for that truck.
Yay.
That makes a lot more sense, yeah.
no, it's haunted. We don't want it. Like, yeah, okay.
It is, and we don't. We will roll these fucking barrels.
It's not. And you do
Ronaldus
now.
is just
Like,
Ronaldus is just dying in whatever.
Yeah, when
future,
he watches this later, like, or just right now, he
dying.
started laughing wherever he is.
Yeah.
he's just at work. He's got somebody pulled over. He's just
I'm going to pull out my pistol so that I can shoot 2 of them in a round.
okay. Yeah, so they're 8, 2, 3, 4.
I am. This is gonna be interesting.
I'll try and take as many down before they get here, and then we'll see. I'll do as much as I can.
Cool.
Okay. First shot. 8/3,
Okay, one of them goes down.
and then I'll use my twitch to wait.
Well, if you want to use Twitch, then we should go ahead and do initiative now. Just to...
Okay. That's 11 for me.
Six.
Split the party. Yay.
Ronaldo said it all in this
We're
one.
so efficient. Yay.
Yeah, so I used my tactic
Yep.
to shoot.
Then we come around to the end of the round, or sorry, Dr. Compound. Did you want to do something?
I can't attack anything from this far.
Cool.
I
then
would
go.
probably just like detach the things from the drones. The drones go the fuck away.
Okay.
Yeah, that's smart. So second shot, or my twitch. That is a 12 over 9.
Okay. Another one goes down. We reach the end of the rounds. They all come closer. They're now 2 shambles away, and there are 6 of them. And Dr. Compound, you're up first. Which
Are
you're
the
still
drones
not.
all detached now?
Yeah, you're able to get like the release thing unhooked, and they must have some way to like. Yeah, you get them unhooked. The nets are like cheap enough that they don't care. Like you unhook it at the top, and nets just drop down. They take.
There's got to be like a a string or a rope. You yank on it, and it undoes like a quick release up above.
Yeah,
or
like
some
it's
shit
got like a
that.
carabiner or something that's like that's how they
Yeah.
were lifting the net. It's just like the
Yeah.
net itself is still on the ground.
They've figured that one out.
Yeah, they've got that one. They got a quick release on that thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then it's like, have a nice day. Ding, 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 ding. B-mail. Your choice for drone delivery. And these black and yellow striped drones just fly off in the sky.
So bad. Can I hit that? No. I really do want to. But she'll, if everything is down from that and she can't move it, it's a lot of weight right this second. So she won't be able to do anything with that right this second. So she will prepare an attack for when they get close enough.
Okay.
I can try and pull them away.
I mean, I can't push these without you either way. So are you just gonna kite them?
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, if you manage to do 2 more this round, and then she gets one at the end of the round, then that's doable.
I will try and stay in between. I will use my tactic to shoot Mike.
So we were okay. Time out. We were still at Dr. Compound's action.
I was holding,
which was, yeah. You don't have anything to do, and then they're gonna move it right. Okay. Cool. Then yes, Martha.
That is a 10 over 2.
Okay. Another one goes down. We reach the end of the round. They move. They're now 1 shamble away. You can use your tactic, and Dr. Compound can use her tactic for the follow-up attack.
14 over 9.
Okay. 1 goes down.
10 over 3.
All right. Another one goes down. There are only 3 left.
Okay.
We come back to Martha being first.
I'll shoot with my pistol.
Okay, so bear in mind they are in melee range now.
That's okay. Okay. 13 over 6.
Okay. 1 goes down.
I'll wait. I'm gonna use my tactic for shooting.
You're gonna go full offense this round.
I'm gonna have to, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Dr. Compound. They are here.
5 over. It's 5 over 3 on the die, but 7 over 3.
Yeah. Once you add stuff to it, that's gonna be a success. Okay. Yes. 1 more goes down. Since they are here, and since Dr. Compound is here stabbing at them, up close and personal, one of them is going to try to bite Dr. Compound. Were you going full offense where you use your twitch for an attack too? Probably not, because they're right here. Okay, go.
I only did it the 1 round because they were about to come into range.
Yeah. Then can I get you to spend a ration and make an athletics check for me?
Wait, how many attacks did I do? Was that my second?
For this whole game, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's 3 rations total then. What am I rolling?
Athletics.
7 over 3.
7 over 3. Okay.
Whew.
It tries to come in and bite you. It just gets like some of the carpet off the edge of your, like the outer part of your carpet armor. It doesn't actually do any damage. It doesn't
Rude.
chop down. Yeah, it's just like it goes away with like a mouthful of lint.
There you still got.
And then Mirtha, you had a twitch that you held. For a
I will shoot. How many are left, Nick?
This is the last
Just
one.
two. This is the last one.
Yeah.
Okay. That is a 12 over 9. Jesus Christ.
Okay, last one goes down.
Reloading. I say
Hold on.
out loud as
But
I
yeah,
have
yeah.
been trained to do by Longbow. When emptying a magazine.
Communication is key.
Dr. Compound looks confused as to why you're saying this out loud.
I'm happy
Right.
for you.
Congratulations.
Sorry, it's just you got bit, or they got close. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. The carpet blocked him.
Okay, awesome, great. Sorry they got so close.
No, you're fine. You can only do so much. You are a human just like the rest of us, sadly. I guess. Some of us wish we were faster and better, not necessarily zombies, but you know.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Yeah.
But you can only do so much and can't blame yourself for the rest of the shit that happens. That's what I had to learn a while ago.
It's a pretty good lesson that I think I'm still learning.
I mean, I'm still learning how to pay attention in my surroundings when I get excited about seeing shiny things, so nobody's perfect.
Nobody's
mean-
perfect.
You know, but you have a really good eye for, for stuff we need to grab. So it's helpful.
When you grow up needing to keep everything, you manage to keep everything.
Mm-hmm. I'm honestly surprised you haven't started looking in their pockets yet, to be quite honest.
I've been really wanting to, and I was being really polite to have this conversation. Yeah.
I mean, I really feel like we crossed a bridge here, like, but go ahead.
The entire time she was probably like,
mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. I'm gonna look at these to see how we can haul them back.
Yeah, that's a do crit fails count on scavenge rolls?
Crit fails on scavenge rolls usually mean that you found something in their pockets which has jabbed you.
Great.
Like,
Awesome.
I found something sharp and I got cut by the casualty.
Got it. Okay, so I have that will that I have that I'm glad that I grabbed for my ability to do things.
Why is Casey's dice luck here?
Yeah, where'd this come from?
It's the luck for that part of the overlay. That's
Yep.
Game is
I
trying
apologize.
to kill Dr. Compound on her last day.
Fight is over. It's over.
That's what, that didn't stop us last time.
True. It's true.
Yeah, so that will be upgraded to a fail instead of a crit fail.
Okay. There is nothing of value on any of these 8 zombies, these casualties that you found here. Or the casualties that found you, rather. But there are 6 55-gallon drums full of like industrial disinfectants and a bunch of like Tyvek suits and like not something that's like a super filter mask, but something that's just like, I don't want to be like totally breathing this. So it's like the little blue surgical masks, like, and like probably a bundle that is like sort of like the wide broom heads that like has the screw mount, and then like another bundle that's like a bunch of like broom handles.
Can we fashion a rudimentary sled out of like some 2x4s and rope that we found and some other shit?
At the end of a leg, you can scavenge a location for a piece of gear worth up to 3 bounty. So we could have somebody scavenge to try to find stuff that's effectively landed, though. help carry this stuff back.
Okay.
Which I think.
There's a sled in Veblen's. So here's the thing, Nikki, just from a meta standpoint, I have 1 in scavenge and I do have will in case like the roll fails. But I know your scavenge is higher if you want to make the roll.
Don't the binoculars help you guys with your scavenge? Or
they might.
That's for like assessing and over distances
okay.
and stuff.
Okay,
and this
okay,
is
okay.
more.
I can get +2. So I have 2, and then it's +2 if I use a point on my UVEX. UVEX. But I don't have will if I fail.
Because I think if we succeed regardless of the amount, right, Mike?
Yeah.
So I can turn a failure into a success, right? If I were to fail.
Yeah, you can move like 1 step up or down the scale. I don't know why you would intentionally want to go down the scale. That's usually if I have will to screw with you. That's where you can go crit fail to fail, fail to success, success to crit success.
Okay. Do you want me to
Go for it.
Okay. So I failed. It's a 4 under 6. I will make that a success. I will.
Okay, yeah. Then we get access to a sled or a sleigh.
Longbow's gonna be so happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Like a makeshift.
I wanted
one,
to drag one of those things around forever.
a makeshift one fashioned out of the like yellow painted pallet furniture that was here in front of Obi-Wan Pierogi's out in the middle of nowhere outside Cinema.
Well, if we stole some wheels off of the freezer, we could just like roll it along tracks.
That's kind of right. Like that's kind of what it is. That's what it does. So yeah, it has 10 charges. It says, as gasoline became more precious and spare parts for vehicles rose in ever increasing demand, takers explored more primitive means to move cargo. It is +3 haul. Charges can be spent to age tests. Stealth checks are at default only. Takes up 1 haul and refresh while equipped or carried. Cannot be refreshed because don't upkeep. Spend ration to buy roll when pulling. 1 charge spent on each success.
Okay.
I would like to point out something that is going to come up eventually, and probably before we get back to the place. I only have 3 more rations, and I'm out of refreshes. Just so everybody is aware of this.
The game is working as intended.
I'm fine at the moment, but it will be a problem.
Can I help her with rations?
You can give her charges of your rations. Yeah.
Okay, let's cross that bridge when we come to it.
I'm just pre-warning.
Yeah.
I was not expecting to use 3 in a fight just now.
Like I went through a whole mag of ammo because my pistol is hungry. So
What a sentence.
What?
Said what a sentence. My pistol is hungry.
My pistol is hungry. Yeah, so I guess we're hauling this shit back.
So you've got 6 barrels. I think they're all 2 haul each.
Okay.
The sled will give you +3.
How much hull do you have, Nikki? What's your strength?
What's
It's
your
equal to
strength?
your strength.
Yeah.
-3.
So that's
So
8. That's
we have 8.
4.
We're just gonna have to go back and forth. That's what we're gonna have to do.
How many did we need?
We need all of them.
No, I meant how many hauls?
12.
To move all 6 barrels, it would be 12 haul.
Gotcha.
So we'll move these and get you back. And then I can come back out, or Deacon and I can come back out.
Well, you're not going by yourself. So, yeah.
The sooner we get back, the sooner we can do that. So
Okay. Do we want to
Load it
put
up.
these in somewhere where they won't be seen in the middle of nowhere?
yeah.
Hatch him right inside Obi-Wan Pierogi. That's
Nobody's gonna find Obi-Wan pierogies. It's fine.
No, I will make sure they're like hidden. So and hidden well.
Oh yeah, it's got a walk-in freezer that's like hasn't frozen what was inside it for 5 years, and like no one should ever want to go inside there of their own free will.
Perfect. Greatest hiding place ever.
Wonderful.
I take some of the food in like a little baggie that's left over for possible
You
experimentation.
get to set the
later.
baggie down and let it like crawl in. Yeah, that's
It's like, come on,
Like,
come
it's
on,
like
little
that one
guy.
episode of Cowboy Bebop where the
Yeah.
the food went so bad.
It's
Can I
okay.
get both of you to roll self-control too?
For what?
For stress, for hey, we got the stuff and now we have to do many trips for it.
Surprise. 9/1.
6 and 6.
Okay.
Can I have some stress back? Would that be nothing? May I have it back? Fuck.
But we both succeed, we don't take any stress. Okay.
Nothing to stress about. I just got some new mold spore thingies that I'm gonna figure out what to do to people. Zombies, I
Yes.
mean.
So it is now starting to be dusk where you're at.
So we shouldn't start moving.
Meanwhile, yeah, back at the grain silos.
Is that the third day or the
Another
fourth
day. They're not back. Yeah, this is the end of day 3.
I would say Deacon's whittling, but I'm pretty sure I broke that knife to keep from dying. So
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm not even
think so.
whittling. Unless I found a pair of like scissors in the office, but there's got to be at least one pair of scissors in there, and you can do something.
There is one, and like
Just
there's a nameplate on the desk that says like Laverne, and like in one of the drawers there's a pair of scissors where it's like they're the metal scissors with like the black metal handle, and then there's a pair of scissors where it's the metal scissors with like the orange plastic handles and like a piece of ribbon tied around through one of the handles. And then in the bottom there is like one of those blue round Danish cookie tins that when you pop it open, it's all full of thread and needles.
There we
and
go.
there's
Those are
like
her fabric
fabric.
scissors, aren't her?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Don't fuck with her fabric sister.
they're
Is it-
far sharper than the black and silver ones though.
yeah.
Is her name Laverne or Joanne with all those fabrics? But I think Deacon will just find a pair that looks sharp enough. He's gonna pick up like a stick. You know, it's like it doesn't have to be. They're not terribly hardwood.
You're
I guess
taking
just-
the black scissors, right? You're not taking
Yeah,
the
yeah.
The
fabric
good
You're gonna offend
scissors.
so
fabric
many
scissors?
people.
Not the safety scissors.
Not the good Fiskars. Yeah.
No,
Oh,
no.
man.
He's actually gonna like unscrew them and just take one because that seems easier to deal with.
So Deacon.
A single scissor. Yeah.
Are you thinking we give him like today and after tomorrow we one or both of us start looking?
How many days has it been?
This is our third day. They
Okay,
should
it
have
was one to get out there.
right.
I guess that depends on how they're getting chemicals, right? I mean, are they just coming out of thin air, or how long does it take to get chemicals delivered?
I don't know. Are they coming here? The chemicals? I don't know those details.
I don't.
But
That would be too easy.
yeah,
That would be
Well, but-
too easy.
But meta, you didn't know
Meta, yeah.
anything.
Yeah, I don't actually look. Okay, so
How many days? How many days until one of us goes looking? is the question. I kind of expected them back,
I
end of
mean,
day
if
yesterday.
if they're not back like into tomorrow, I'll head out there. It's not but what, like a day out.
Okay.
Is about how far they went. So
Alright.
I mean, we're
gonna
not
go,
supposed to use like calls or anything in a certain zone anyway. So it's,
Right. Yeah, I'm not turning these on unless we feel like we have to. But yeah, no.
okay, I'll get him the Benny of the D, and I'm gonna give him another day.
Okay. Longbow's gonna try and find something to do. Mike, I mean, feed the kids probably. Like he's probably gonna go in there and give another like couple of rations to the kids. Because
I'm just
I'm
imagining
hungry.
like
Do it.
pigeon lady.
Spend
they're
it.
also
know?
hungry. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm spending 2 rations on these kids.
I
I
think
know I'm hungry. They're
over
hungry
in
too.
this, if you're looking for like a random task, over in the section by like where the railroad tracks are for it, there probably is like it's not like one of the like the push cart type deals, but there is like a cart that's like meant to go on the rails to move stuff around the yard here. That if you spent a day working on it, you could get it moving.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Longbound needs a project. He needs a project that he can focus on, and this seems like a thing that I'm improving our situation.
Okay. So
You don't
spend a
wanna just
ration
sit
because you worked
there?
on it.
You want to just sit there and worry about Martha?
It's either that or he's gonna go hunting. He's gonna go and like, all right, I'm getting some food. Like tomorrow he's getting food. Not today, but tomorrow he's probably gonna want to go get food.
I'm gonna go hunting. I need to find a nice good place to go hunting, like the base of the arch. Like so yeah, spend a ration working on the thing. Yeah, okay, cool. All right. Yeah, there's a cart that could be used to move stuff on the rails if you needed to do that kind of thing.
Might have been useful to know beforehand.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, day 4. Everyone gets to spend a ration for the day. Out there at Obi-Wan Pierogies, dawn comes. You got a sled. You got some of the barrels that are stashed back in there. This is abandoned, disgusting cooler from hell. Yeah,
Mold
stuff
in
gets
there has
into the
been
bear.
fascinating.
How do you know what it does? Like,
Oh, I don't. That's the best part.
but you have like a base like level of mold does X thing, right? I think Martha doesn't know shit about chemistry, so this is going to be very entertaining for both of us for several hours.
Mold actually usually is sometimes harmless, but sometimes it just kills you. So if you actually if you concentrate the mold and then and put it into a build somewhere that it can inject in other things, it'll usually kill things pretty quickly. But yeah, I don't really know what it does unless I test it and then experiment with it. Best way to test mold though is just to let it grow in its natural habitat. This is why this is the perfect place for it to grow.
Right.
Just been chilling here.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't breathe while we go in there, by the way. That's probably
Yeah, I probably don't want those spores, right? Yeah.
for the best.
I think that Martha just keeps asking questions to sate your curiosity to let you explain a bunch of stuff as to keep busy while we walk back.
Just walking. Okay. Then we
And
go
I'll
to,
gladly talk.
Watching out for things, Mike. Let me just put that out there.
all right. Well, give me an awareness check after we spend a ration for the first leg back. That's
With my binoculars,
sure.
14.
Okay.
14 over 6. Ration spent. Okay.
Dr. Compound will gladly talk about anything chemistry and go on tangents for hours.
Yeah, there's times where Martha is totally following, and then there are times where some science thing went over Martha's head, and then she asks you to explain. So
She
The thing
gladly
is, you're on the rails talking, walking,
Mhm.
traveling, and there is a point where like Martha's like pops up the thing, and it's after you like cross another one. It's like crossroads on the railroad track, and you
Mhm.
do spot like 3 people up ahead. Actually, sorry, there's 5 people up ahead. 3 of them are all wearing dark blue pants and like multi shades of blue with red stripe track jackets.
Does that mean
And
anything to us?
the other people
Do I
behind them are
recognize
just
them?
wearing regular clothes.
Are these those fuckers from? Do I recognize the uniforms?
Yes,
Is it from where I think it is?
they're the Greyhounds who you met in Eat Right.
Oh, those guys. I thought it was the latents, the guys that kept latents. It's not them.
Oh, the people from
it's the
Vance. Yeah,
soccer
yeah,
team. It's the soccer
yeah,
team, right?
yeah.
Okay. I've seen them around before the last time we were out here. They're probably a taker crew.
Trustworthy?
I wouldn't give them any details that we don't have to.
I mean, I could just distract them by talking about chemistry if I need to, honestly.
We have no other way to go but this way, so we're gonna have to.
Yep.
Yeah, we're not gonna try and pull this sled away from the track. Like,
Yeah.
this shit's too heavy for us to do that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, as you kind of like end up like, on that, we're all here. Like, oh, nods, recognizes you from before.
Mhm.
It's kind of the tall guy with like dark hair and mustache and beard.
Mhm.
There's a smaller guy who has the hair on top's real long and the sides are shaved, and he's got like a hairband to hold it back.
Mhm.
And then there's another guy who is kind of off to the side and like a little bit ahead, like he's probably like the one walking point, and he is looks like a middle-aged guy wearing the thing with a pair of sunglasses and a baseball hat and and a beard, and you can see that he has the spider web veins
Okay.
from you would expect for a Leighton.
Okay. I'm just gonna do a courtesy sup, but not really try and engage them.
Okay.
Just takers passing in the night or day.
I think the guy with the tall guy with the beard with no baseball hat, and the guy with the hairband will recognize you from having been to E right before.
Oh.
Oh, from somewhere else, and so you hauling stuff by hand. Like, what brings you back out here to,
Martha's just gonna, you chase the bounty, right? Just moving stuff from one place to another.
That's just the 2 of you by yourself, and like just got like checking around and make sure. Okay.
Yeah, we're pretty badass.
I once made a man explode with chemicals just by tossing it in their general direction.
I think the guy with like the baseball hat and the sunglasses and the beard, like, I like that. That's good. The
It
tall
was a
guy
lot
has
of
like a
fun.
real the tall guy with the tall guy. He's got like serious eyebrows. Um, Trying so I don't have to try to describe like multiple people with beards. Yeah, he has like a real heavy English accent. All right, good luck. Good one. And I think the people who aren't dressed in tracksuits are probably like kind of like cowering a little bit behind. Like, is this okay? Can these people trustworthy? Like,
Do they look
from
fresh?
us?
Do they look fresh?
yeah, they are new bait. That's
Martha would they just come from the other side, or y'all just come from the other side?
I think they will kind of like look at each other and be like, no, we've been out here, ever since the whisper.
I look at the guy that I know that recognized me. And I'm like,
he rolls his eyes like he's like, yeah. Anyway,
taking him
good
back
luck
to Eat
out
Right.
here.
Yeah.
Eat Right is back the direction that you're headed.
You guys heading out to another enclave?
It's like, oh, the guy with the baseball hat will like kind of check his watch. Like, oh, we gotta meet our connecting flight in a little bit. So see you guys later. Yeah, we're headed out to send them off on the next leg of their journey.
Okay. Well, good luck to you. Good luck to all of you then.
Yeah, you too.
I just want to check. It wasn't that they were leading them to a farm.
No,
upstate,
these are
they're actually
no,
leading them
no.
to.
They
okay.
are.
They're
Do you
on the
want
level.
sensitivity? You can sensitivity.
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That is a 10/9.
Hey, cool. That gets you the whole meta, right? Like, yeah, no, these guys are meant to be good guys. Like, they're here to
That's what I thought. Okay.
ferry people across from their session into the lost that for some
Right.
reason decide that's the thing they want to do.
Okay.
In
Like,
fact, they are ferrying people the opposite direction of the direction that everybody else here wants to go. So eventually they may be someone to talk to about finding a ride the opposite way.
okay.
So, hey, reminder, they're a thing. Anyway,
Right. They're the ones that get people in. Yeah. That was the
like,
thing Rigid had talked to them about, right?
Right. Yeah. Well, I think there was a conversation. They don't usually do people into the recession.
Right.
They're just people.
But they
who
have,
leave.
yeah.
But they're in the area, and that's where crossings happen and stuff like that. But they were who had originally brought like
LoJack
Riley and
and
Jonesy and Bug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're pretty, like, I don't think they're gonna call this in to somebody. Okay, that's sure. And then like as like we part ways, I'll just tell the doc that we met them, some of their other takers, the last time we were here at the enclave called Eat Right, and they, I guess, shepherd people off the other side out here when they want to come out here.
Why would someone want that?
Because on the other side, if you just don't have enough of whatever you need, you end up in just kind of a holding space. They call it the parking.
Camps.
Yeah, they call it free parking. And it's not a life that you don't really get out of. So
you're saying that if we spent all of our time and effort to get there, but didn't have enough money or resources for them, we're just trapped.
Yeah, you want to have enough that you can get over the river, get over the wall, and then be able to safely situate yourself somewhere. If you go and you're just in free parking, you may as well just be out here.
What is this arbitrary number, though, that's actually enough?
It's going to depend on who you're paying. Me, I'm going to pay enough to just get me and Puck over there and someplace just quiet and away from anything. Like, I don't know what that number is, but I'm sure as hell saving for it.
I don't know if that's the route I can take then, but I'll deal with that. It's fine. Whatever keeps my wife safe is the route I'll take. And if that means staying out here, then that means staying out here.
Yeah, that's the hard one, right? Like, is it going to be safe over there? Like,
I mean, it's not safe over here for her either. So either way.
Yeah. How long have you known your wife?
We've been together for 12 years.
Damn, so long before all this.
Yeah, we were in the process of trying to adopt when all this went down. So, which I guess is for the best that it didn't happen, because then you have a kid to worry about too. But it's fine. Then shit hit the fan, and we were forced out of our group. So
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
can't like not everybody liked you. It's fine.
Well, we try our best out here. At least we do.
So far, not many complaints.
Just that one.
Yeah.
Look, I'm sorry about that. I know that doesn't take back like what happened, but we just can't. You guys were so close, and look, I'm not going to make a bunch of excuses for you. We're just
Doing your job. I
Yeah.
get it. Can I roll a foresight to see if I can trust with the information that I told you? I think I know the answer already, but I don't know. Like,
I will say that I'm not going to roll a deception check. Like
that's not my concern. But yeah, I just basically want to know if I want to get the vibe if Mirtha would tattle if I mention the thing.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think Martha gives off that trustworthy vibe, like for the most part. So you can roll it.
Okay, I failed it, so I'm gonna say that she trusts you then.
Mhm.
This is probably gonna be a bad fucking idea. But she's deep in her feels and she's tired and she's stressed and she's gonna get me hungry in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I've been closer to people who've been bitten than you can imagine. And they didn't change.
Right.
They haven't changed for 4 years. That's
So
why I got upset.
I understand. You're keeping her real safe, right?
Yeah.
Away from DHQS, anybody.
Yeah. That's why we left. It was she dies and I die trying to protect her. But one person let me get out.
Are there people coming after you for her?
They got me out. They think we're dead.
Gotcha.
I can't lose her. And she's not turning. She hasn't. I've watched all the signs. I've studied dozens, if not hundreds by now, of casualties and vectors from afar to see the process of how it works. And there are no signs, which is why I get so frustrated when people just shoot first. And I get it. I get it. It's scary.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's not
I
always
just see
the case.
Yeah. I just see what the person's gonna feel.
Yeah, I understand. I'm glad you're keeping your wife safe. We just, we lost someone recently, and it's made us just be even that more cautious. So, but I know where you're coming from about seeing people bit and not changing. I've seen it before too.
And if that ever comes to light in town and we gotta go, then we'll go. We'll find another place. Do it again. And again and again and again until the vectors catch up to us or this is all over.
Got to keep your family safe. That's the most important thing.
It's one thing we can definitely agree on.
Speaking of, my family is probably really itching at the bit to figure out where the hell we are right now.
Going as fast as we can.
I know.
Just blame Mr. Jones.
Yeah.
And not paying expedited shipping in the stealth mode version of that shipping.
Stealth,
Yeah.
freight. Gotta pick one.
No, I want both. Pay extra. What? 1 day shipping, same day shipping, stealth mode.
So, yeah. We'll keep walking.
All right. Then yeah, it was one ration for each leg to get back. I don't know if
Okay.
I don't remember if we counted them separate or we just did both a minute ago before we started that.
Mhm.
But yes, you can carry on hauling your little sledge full of big blue plastic barrels.
Mhm.
Yeah. So there's a day here where Deacon and Longbow are sitting at the grain silo, like, well, fix the fence, reinforce the fence, and like running through the checklist in your heads. Fix the mechanism to put the grain into the barges. Fix this cart that's out here because we had nothing else to do. Can't work on the. We can't get to work on the silos until they get back. So roll me a self-control check.
No. Is this for stress?
Yeah.
Okay.
The facade begins to crumble.
This is 12 over
Okay.
8.
I had a 1 on the black and a 10 on the reds. This doesn't really matter what my skill is. You know what? I do have a will though, so I'm gonna flip it because I'm pretty sure this is for 2 stress, and that's not an amount I'm comfortable taking at the moment. So.
Okay. Yeah. Good. Yeah, it would have been. Yeah. So then, eventually, you guys are sitting here. Probably, dusk is like almost totally done into night. Get the like grinding noise of Mirtha and Dr. Compound dragging this plastic sledge behind them, or this wooden sledge behind them.
Mirtha gives out the whistle, like,
Yeah.
it's Mirtha's whistle. So,
Caw.
yeah.
Drag.
Nah,
Caw.
it's the whistle that I call people with. Like, we all know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah,
Okay. Not dead.
Ooh, Mike, did Longbow get a chance to go hunting? Or is that not a thing I can do? I get it if I can't, but
Like we've already kind of scavenged all the stuff that's here.
Yep. Okay. Cool. No worries. Sweet.
I'm supposed to stress your resources.
No, yeah, you are.
That's
That's
the
why
game.
I'm
It's
asking.
good.
Best
All
of
right.
the research.
That's why I'm asking.
Success.
I feel stressed on the resource front, and I'm ready to ask. All right, cool.
Yeah, then like everybody arrives back here at the grain silos here as you've spent this day just not even be able to do anything.
Yeah. Mirtha gives the guys hugs. Like,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not like a running up, like, hey,
yeah, it's just hugs Longbow. And
we're
then,
super worried about you.
yeah, well, it's a story. And there's a bad part of it too. We need to go back out.
Isn't everything?
Is there more to it?
there was more than we could carry. So
All right, let's
that-
go then.
what I was thinking, it would be me and Deacon going back.
You know, I got really good news on that front. And long bow, bam, bam. This baby here can hold a lot of barrels of whatever you got.
What
As he
are
like
you-
slaps a rail cart that he had
Oh.
put together.
You've been busy.
We're just going for the trunk meme. This baby can.
This bad boy can fit so many barrels and so many
Yeah.
barrels.
industrial solvent in it.
I thought that the doc could get stuff started here. I know where the stuff is, and we can't let Arm Day go for Deacon. He's worked so hard on that. So
on those
I mean,
gains.
Longbow's probably just tired of watching Deacon do like pull-ups and push-ups at this point.
Longbow's joined. He has had nothing to do. He's like, "What's your routine?" All right, I'm doing it too. Because like, what else am I gonna do with my time?
100 push-ups,
do
100
sit-ups.
I'll do
and
10
a
at
10-kilometer run every day.
I'll do each of those things one increment at a time.
you said you were active military. Come on.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. He probably would have done it. Yeah. Is there a how much is left to go get?
I think 6. It was 4 or 6 haul worth.
It is 4 more Hallworth that is out there.
I can carry that by myself.
You're not going-
Fictionally, mechanically, I can do that.
Yeah.
This rail cart, how much can it carry?
It's
Could it have carried everything? Is that what the thing is? It's like, oh, if they spotted the rail cart, they could have gotten the thing.
I don't think it could have carried 12.
well, it could have carried
Okay.
6 barrels on it.
Is
Okay.
this one of those funny cartoon push carts where you just do the
It's
little-
not no. This
Oh.
is just like little red wagon on rails, but like
Oh, okay.
with like a wooden platform.
It's like a mine cart.
Pallet
It's like a
thing,
yeah.
walled up mine cart kind of thing.
All right. Well, Deacon's like ready to hit the road. He's like, all right, let's go then. Wait, it's nighttime. All right, it's first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Get us
So wait.
out of here.
Okay. How much work do we have to do that we can get started?
So that's what I was starting to map out here. Day 5, Mirtha and Deacon are going back out to get the other things.
yeah.
Well, how much
Okay.
how much cleaning do we have to do?
There are 6 silos to clean.
You do 2 a
Longbow,
day.
yeah, Longbow and Dr. Compound could each do 1 for the day.
I have 1 more ration.
So it's going to cost a ration for the day for everybody too.
All right.
So I'm at
So-
0 at the beginning of the day.
Can I?
And wait, how long is it going to take the group to go out and do the thing to get the stuff? Is that another day? Is it a day out and a day back?
Day,
Day out and day back.
So y'all could get 4 silos done in that time, which means there'd be 2 left, and we'd come back with the 2 barrels needed to clean those 2 silos. So
Mhm.
there's no wasted time technically, if there's enough rations to go around to complete all that work. Which it would be 2 per person per day, so 4 each.
I can give up a refresh.
You can give up a stack of rations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Doctor probably needs it. I'm okay. While you are out there, if the 2 of you can scrounge up some more food, that'd be pretty good.
that's a good point, Mike. I was going to ask about that the night that we were waiting for the B mail. If we could scavenge out there. I really did mean to ask.
Yes, you can.
Nikki, would you roll for that scavenge for food? Like would probably be the best for us.
For her, yeah.
Yeah, for her, for
She's
sure.
like-
8 over 1.
Okay.
So
Yeah, there was 1 refresh worth of rations worth of like mushrooms out there.
Then
So
I'm
that-
good.
then I will
What was
give a
that?
ration.
And you're at 9 probably now, Doctor. Dr.
Well, I'm
Quinn,
at one counting today. Or
you
zero if I count today.
You would have refreshed out there and then spent one getting back,
Oh, okay.
right?
Mhm.
Is that how
So
it works?
I'll be at 8 at after this morning.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, better than 1, so I'll take it.
Problem
And-
solved.
I will give one of my refreshes to Longbow.
Oh,
So here's a sleeve of Oreos. Don't spend it all in one place.
I will happily consume those and get right to work.
And Deacon, you're okay? Okay. Then on our legs back, if we can, I would like to try and scavenge. Potentially, but
So I wasn't going to do scavenge on those legs because I'm not doing encounters on them. We're just trying
totally fine.
to
Totally cool.
blaze
Let's
past
just
it.
go.
We're
Yep.
yeah.
We've
we're
RP'd
past
so
usual.
much.
We're trying to
Mhm.
So much.
finish your job and get you the hell out of St. Louis here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes. So it's one ration for everybody for the day. For those of you going back out to Obi-Wan Pierogi, it is 2 rations for legs to travel out there.
So 3 altogether.
Yes. For those of you who are staying behind at the grain silo and each cleaning out 1 silo each, it is another 1 ration each.
Okay.
And we can.
No?
Oh, is it because we can do 2 a day because there's 2 of us cleaning? Or can we do 2 a day with 1 person?
It's a little squishy, and I think it's meant to be like, regardless of how many people you have, you can accomplish 2 of them in a day.
Okay.
Right? Like if we had the whole crew here, you'd still only get through 2 a day. There's a timeline that's like you're still out here for many days to get it accomplished.
Okay. The only reason why I was asking is
Yeah.
because we were saying if we did 2 a day, it would cost 3 earlier.
Mm.
Where right now 2 a day is costing us
It's
4 because we're splitting it up.
No.
If it was
Yeah,
one
you
person
have- you
spending
have
their
one for-
rations to clean,
1 each for the it's costing each of you 1 ration for the day and 1 ration when you clean the silo.
Okay.
So it is two rations each for you for the day. It's 3 rations for the day for the people who had to do the 2 legs.
Okay.
That ends up being the case the next day on the trip back as well. So 3 rations to Mirtha, 3 rations to Deacon, 2 to Longbow, and 2 to Compound.
I do have to use a refresh, so I'm down to 1 refresh.
Okay. You get back. There are 2 silos left. It's
An
1 ration for
exhausted
everybody for the day.
Longbow. Like we've been
take a
working,
day. Take a day.
Longbow's going crazy.
working hard.
It is.
Take a
It
day.
is.
We got it. Take a day.
Yeah. So it's 1 ration for the day for everybody. 1 ration for working in a silo for everybody. 2 rations all the way around the board.
Can the doctor take this day off? Because I'm gonna need enough rations to get home.
You're not going to need rations to get home. You
Oh,
don't have
okay.
to do the travel all the way back. Yeah.
Never mind. I was just like imagining we have 5 more days of traveling and I don't have enough rations for it. It was like, I'm
Yeah,
screwed.
there's 1 more day of work, and then the next day, so after we have cleaned all the silos, we've done all the things, we all hike back out to where Obi-Wan Pierogies is, and we can call Jed Jones and tell him that the job is done.
So is that another 2 rations to go out there to tell him job's done?
It should be, just to spite everybody, but
Yes.
Why not 2 rations to go home towards home and then to call him? Either way.
well, it's going back out to Obi-Wan Pierogi is the direction of home.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
Sorry, I thought it was
yeah.
the opposite
Yeah.
direction.
No, it's following the rail lines back that direction. But yeah, as you're out there, you can start firing up Ubix specs and that kind of thing to get in touch with him again.
I can, unless Longbow wants to.
I'm fine either way.
How many rations to just get them kids to like eat right or somewhere safe?
Oh, I would have told you that Jones said that the next group that comes in will take care of the kids.
Gotcha.
Feels good.
Dr. Jones. Jones.
Also, there were a lot of conversations between Deacon and Martha, so I'll shoot you a message later, Ethan.
Yes. Jed Jones answers. It's like, oh, hoping there's better news this time around.
Job is done. Is that better enough?
Excellent. That is excellent news. I'm glad to hear that. Yes.
We had to drag that shit all the way back.
But he's then just gonna ask, well, I gave you a truck.
I know.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, we
He
don't have the
knows you
truck.
have the truck. You gave
don't.
it to you. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
sure
we
he
don't-
heard through the grapevine that we no longer had the ghost truck.
he may not have.
Ghost truck. Like, all right, that's great. I'm glad to hear it. I have other people who are, coming in. We talked before about how you're cleaning up, and they were going to be there to like start staging stuff, get ready. They've been hanging out nearby. I've been waiting for your call. They're in like another enclave nearby. Actually, if you all hang out there for a little while, they're actually going to be coming through where you're at. So you hang out for a little while. Uh-oh.
Hey, Nikki.
Oops.
Oh,
Nikki's like, I'm out.
true.
I'm done with you
Job's
guys.
done. I'm gone.
Yes.
Job's done.
You hang out there for a while, and then eventually several trucks roll through with the members of Bravo team.
Oh,
Yeah.
What?
So they show up to be the ones who go on to the grain silo to hold it for Jed Jones.
like
for the near
Frankenberry
future.
and stuff?
Yes, and actually, as they get there, they do say, hey, if you ride with us, Frankenberry will give you a ride back to Elevation
Oh, nice.
in this
Okay.
this white pickup truck that he's got that has drop down rail wheels.
Wow.
I'll walk.
Mm,
I'll walk.
Somebody was just selling it back in Elevation, so he picked it up for a steal.
Martha is like, I have been walking for many days, 10 days. We are taking the ghost truck. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
And then Ronaldo's just in chat being like, it's a trap.
Trap. Hi,
Yeah.
Ronaldus. This adventure has been great.
Yes, so they will offer to take you back to Elevation. I think along the way back, there's one thing that I won't mess with right now, and that eventually there's a point probably where, like, I assume long hours you're the job is done. You're on your way home. You can turn the Ubix specs back on.
Yes. Yeah, once
Okay.
we're far enough away,
Yeah.
I'm outside of the no-go zone kind of deal. I'll do it.
Okay. I think you have like a waiting message from your little blue-haired emoji.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, what's up? What's up? Message.
Yeah, you click it and it's like it pops up as it's a little message and it says what does it say? Hey, haven't heard from you in a while. Came across something. I think this belongs to you. If so, can you come pick it up? And there's like a little video file attached to it.
Uh-huh.
And when you click play, it's the back of a pickup truck that's driving somewhere. Not a white one for change. Take that. And in the back, there's several people who are restrained. And it's Ubik specs like looking them over as they're there. And one of them goes in towards somebody who's like kind of smallish and like sitting on the side there and takes like a black bag off their head, and it's LoJack.
Where
They'll be
yeah.
taken care of until I hear from you one way or the other.
They've taken them?
Take back everything I said about Canadians.
Hey, you know what? I thought he was going to say it was Puck there for a second.
I did too. I was like, oh no, not the Puck. Not the Puck. We paid extra for that shit. We paid extra. All right.
Were they controlling the like weasel ferret things?
Oh my god.
How did they get them?
Yeah, I'll say yeah, I want to hear the story, but I'll come by and pick them up.
Yeah, we it's like you'll get a response fairly quickly. It's let me know when you're back at a place where you can we can arrange to make the trip and stuff. They were trapped in a field, being attacked by huge ass feral hogs.
Feral hogs?
Not the feral.
Yes.
Not the feral hogs.
Feral hogs?
That is an internet meme that makes me so angry, and I'm so happy somebody's finally recognizing the reality of the situation.
The Canadians, Blair. The Canadians kidnapped them.
They didn't kidnap them. They saved their ass.
Kidnapped them.
And put them in bags.
Yeah, but put them in bags and zip ties.
But I get it because they're going to their like
the
hideout
idea.
place or whatever, right? Like they're like, no, you can't see where we're going. No, you can't see how to get here. You
Probably just
ride the
woke
back of
my
the truck.
Probably just woke my parents up screaming about feral hogs, but it's fine.
Do you tell us about this?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, are they okay?
Like, should they be? Because they will.
Yeah, they're good people.
Should they
All right.
be?
It's like, do you want them to be okay?
Yeah,
Because if you do, they'll be okay.
Yeah, I do. Thank you for keeping them safe and saving them from feral fucking hogs. All right. Yeah, we'll catch up. Is this an in-person thing, or am I going to an unmarked field?
We'll send you a location.
All right.
What was the other thing, Mike, that you weren't going to bring up? Does it have to do with one of us, or did it have to do with Nikki's character?
Oh no, it does have to. It does have to do with one of you.
You cannot leave me in suspense like that for a month. I'm so
Sure you
sorry. No, we can't.
Um,
Tell me what the bad thing is, and then I will freaked out for a month.
I think there will be a moment in the truck where Frankenberry will like eventually have this kind of like uncomfortable silence sitting up in the front by next to where Deacon's at. And he'll eventually be like, hey, Deacon, I kind of had a question for you. It's just, I saw Sister Chloe had a cross, sort of pewter cross. I didn't know where she got that from, but it's something I've been looking for a while.
Oh, oh shit.
Is that? I mean, did you? Pardon me if this is a dumb. Did you ask her for it?
I
do you want
haven't
me to
tried
do that?
approaching
Is
her
that what-
directly about it. No, I have not.
Okay. All right, I'll ask her about it. I'll see what I could do. I won't tell her you asked me or anything, whatever you're comfortable with, but I think I'm catching your drift here. So I'll yeah. Yeah, I'll talk to her about that.
Yeah,
It's like
thanks.
succession.
I appreciate it. And he kind of like clears his throat and gets real quiet and just focuses on driving.
Yep. That is a
That is like a session 1 callback.
It's like an interesting.
That was maybe 3 or 4. Yeah.
I have to remember all the details of that situation.
I'm sure someone in this call could tell you all about them.
I can cover at least the high points. Yeah.
Oh, I meant
Yeah.
David.
Good. Yeah. Longbell's gonna inform the group whenever we're away from, shit. Whenever we're away from other people, he's gonna say, "So I know what's up with Trophy, and we gotta go get him."
What's up with Trophy? What?
Yeah. They were stranded in a field, and some people I know rescued him. And then we're gonna go collect them. Get them home.
Deacon's gonna do like a.
Yep.
Like I know what you're talking. All right, I got you. I got you.
Martha is also is gonna look at Longbow and then maybe look at Deacon.
Yep. They
And then like tilt her head like.
I know what you're. All right.
maybe we come up with a code word. If y'all ever suspect it's who you suspect it is, you just ask me if it's the Wawas. All right.
The Wawa.
I don't know if
Do
y'all
we
know
all-
this, but
Do we all know about the Wawas?
But the
Now? Is that-
Wawa is the best convenience store in the Northeast, hands down, the absolute best.
Confirmed.
And they're
Have you been to Stewart's? This is Ethan speaking.
Yeah, I
Have
know.
you been to Stewart's
I have.
and sampled their ice
I-
cream? Have you
I
sampled
have.
their ice cream?
I have not sampled the ice
Does-
cream, but the rest of the
Does
vibe,
Wawa have award-winning milk?
the
I've just-
rest of the vibe is Wawa is the world's best convenience store, and their symbol is the goose.
What about
Martha
Bussy?
just wants to confirm that everyone, these 3 people, the Deacon, Martha, and
Yep.
and Longbow,
Yeah, I
all
think-
know
I
what
think that-
Wawa is now.
I think that comes out.
Thank you.
I think that
That's,
comes out.
that's it.
Yes, best in the Southeast too. There it is. Wawa.
And I think
And I heard
Frankenberry's
you-
like, yeah, I missed their breakfast sandwiches. They were great.
Shit.
Don't think I didn't hear you, Ethan. I just chose to ignore it. Just so you know.
Talk about the greatest convenience store in Texas, Bussy's. With Bussy Beaver.
Bucky's.
Busey's. People on okay, Gen Z on TikTok
this-
discovered
wait,
Bucky's and
Aren't
just
we
like
still on like a
went on.
5-person?
We are. We're all messed
Yeah,
up.
we
We're all
are.
messed up.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
So I'm
hey,
sitting right here,
folks,
so it puts me
we
back in my
gotta,
box. Yeah.
we gotta. Can I hit the
I
red
mean,
button? Are we
yeah,
good?
I'm good.
Yes, yes,
we're
we
good.
should
Here.
hit the raid button. Thank you, Nikki, for coming out and playing with us. We're
Thank
sorry
you,
about your
Nikki.
connection
I'm gonna-
here. Can we throw the
Yeah, I'm gonna throw the thing in the chat.
the thing
Nikki
in the
is
chat so we can always
awesome.
try to.
Beholder to no one, starting up another channel on Twitch. Everybody should go follow all of her stuff. Yeah, internet's is tough.
Oh, internets.
Good times, good evenings. Let's go to yes, people have been all right. We've been following some more friends. We're gonna head over to Vorpal Tales, who's playing Delta Green tonight.
Sweet.
Oh my gosh.
I think
What?
I remember them hyping this game up last night.
Oh
when
really?
we raided. So
Oh, that's funny.
from
That's
the one
funny.
shot. So yeah, I think it should be good.
Yeah, this is like, look, this was a tough mission. Just
Mhm.
watching the rations tick down and be like, so the fact that you own 2 sets of rations like saved us. Because I was like, oh
It's why I buy them,
yeah.
especially because I burn through them using archery.
Thank you, Mike, for running. Thank you everyone
Yes.
for hanging out and watching. And as always, have fun and play well.
May all your rolls be crits.